Hello and welcome back to another... Oh, say that. Yeah, everything's fine. We're welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today, we're going to play some big maximum robot. And that is because I feel like it's the least represented deck. I feel like a lot of people aren't really touching this. I think a lot of people have been taking a look at the Rebels and have just been like, well, this is the best deck. And when they think of a really cool maximum, they generally are thinking of Drago. So I think Swagnum Overlord could be the way to go. Again, I don't have high expectations for this deck, but it did take second place in Quantum Cube's tournament recently. And the question is going to be, did it sack its way into winning? Or is it just able to do impressive things if the situation is set up correctly? Now, it did get 2-0'd in the finals by Royal Rebels, but it did manage to take out a few Rebels on the way up. And I think its matchup into Rebels is not necessarily that bad. It just depends, because the issue that Rebels is going to have, or when you play against Rebels, is they will have access to King's Majesty, and King's Majesty can stop your big OTK push. So arguably, Rebels actually have the best counter to this deck, so it's awkward. But yeah, the plan is we're going to play some Swagnum Overlord. We're going to play some ranked. We haven't actually played a ton of Rush in this format. We've been very busy as of late. We've had other commitments, so we haven't actually had a chance to actually just sit down and play. So we're going to be doing that today. We're just going to be jumping in. We're going to play some games. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see if the deck is good. We're going to see if it's really bad. And we're just going to kind of go from there. Now, obviously, there will be a lot of variance. There always is in Rush, and we don't have a lot of our consistency tools. We'll have to see how this actually goes. But I hope that we can at least do okay. I think the main trouble we're actually going to run into is this deck, I think, is going to be better into the newer box decks and worse into the older decks. So if we run into like Dragon Aggro, I think that might actually be what trips us up. But let's see what our opponent's got for us. Is our first opponent going to be Dragon Aggro? Well, for a start, I think they're watching all of the animations, because that draw took far too long. Hammer Crush deal. Okay, yeah, so this is probably going to be Dragon Aggro, which again is going to be our like worst matchup. Let's see what he's got for us. Is this going to be like a Dragius turn 1? Okay, it is. Dragius supported by a couple of back row is really scary. We can just cheat this out if we want. I don't think there's a point in trying to hold on to everything, so we will go ahead and use our skill. We'll bin this, and we'll special this out. We'll go ahead and weaken this. Then we'll summon, throw down our magical stream. We'll pop this one. No, we knew what it was. Why did we pop that one? There was literally no reason to. Okay, well, we're going to go all in, and then just hope. There's no way his back row is anything, right? See, exactly. We misplay, and we still just don't care. Heard you were talking mess about Royal Rebels. Was I talking mess about Royal Rebels? I think I was saying that Royal Rebels is the best deck in the format. Right. What does he get out here? A second Dragius. Ugh. If he doesn't normal summon, this is okay. Okay, he's normal summoning. Double Dragius this early is so annoying, because we're going to take so much damage. It's not... Oh, don't tell me he's got another Dragius. Oh, that is even worse. Actually, is that worse? Kind of. I'm not sure mathematical-wise. I don't want to work it out. Okay, well, we're almost dead. We basically have to do this. We don't really get a say in that. So we'll cheat this out. I think we have to kill this either way, right? We can attack over it. We can only weaken this by 300, which would just be a crash, so that's probably not worth doing. We can't get enough damage to kill. Which makes me think the best play is probably just this. And then pass. Yeah, we always put you back on top. Alright. We're not in a terrible spot, depending on if he's just got yet more tribute monsters every single turn. Which, of course, he does. Oh, whoa. Okay, we can out that. How much damage is that? That's lethal damage, right? We needed him to not draw a tribute. Unfortunately, this is still lethal, right? That's 1,200. It's just lethal. Alright, we almost won that against our worst matchup. So that's actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Especially since we also did get kind of sacked. Right? Like, he did open Dragius. We had an out to it. He had another Dragius and the Prima. Like, he opened pretty much as good as he could have. The only thing he could have gotten luckier with was if he had a widespread in the back row. Alright, here comes Nail. Now, is this going to be the full Yug Drag? I guess it kind of has to be full Yug Drag no matter what. Wait, how is that your worst matchup? Isn't that just Unger? Unger is this deck's worst matchup, because most of the time this deck is going to not do anything. So, the issue is, if Dragon Aggro just gets the anti-maximum cards, right? If they just put Tribute to the Doomed and Talismanic Seal Array, they just weaken your maximum, and then just summoning your maximum out and leaving it on the field is now a detriment, right? And if you're not doing that, because we're waiting to OTK our opponent, then... Ooh, this is a weird one. Well, we don't want this in our hand, so we're probably going to get rid of it either way. Alright, we activate Maximum Overlord. Throw this down. Then we're going to slap this out in defense. Set, set, set. Set. Yeah, so whenever we're not just using our maximum, we're just playing, like, bad 7's Robe Magician, right? And bad 7's Robe Magician doesn't beat Dragon Aggro. Dragius, of course. It's just Dragon Aggro again. Yeah, we need to not be facing Dragius, basically. Dragius really messes this deck up. Because, again, we need time to set up. That is the main issue with this deck, is we are really bad at just getting to our maximum, because we have the worst consistency tools out of all of the different types. So we need time, and Dragius takes away that time. Okay, well, that is a maximum summon. The issue is we can't deal with... I guess it doesn't really matter what the back row is. So let's just get him going. Maximum summon! Just hard draw it. Like a boss. So we'll activate the effect. Guess there's no point in holding on to this. Then we'll activate the effect. Target this. Then we'll set. Go to battle, and swing over this. Unfortunately, not quite an OTK, but not bad. Yeah, so this is the issue, is now we just lose the game. Because Dragius does too much, and having Talismanic Seal Array makes just Dragius beat down, just beat maximums. If we don't kill him in one turn, we just get completely cooked. I don't think there was a good play to not do this, because our win con at this point was basically summon this and hope he doesn't have an out. But he had an out, so Unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do there. And this is always going to be the problem with the maximum deck, is if you kill your opponent in one turn, it's going to look great. It's going to look fantastic. The deck's going to look unfair. If you don't do that, and your opponent just has the out, which every deck now has the out, it's very mid, right? So summoning the maximum and sitting on it is almost always the wrong play because there are just so many outs to it. So we have to try and do it only when it's going to kill. But if we have all three pieces in our hand, and the alternative is just discard set 2, it's very awkward to be like, oh, okay, I'll just do this, especially when you're staring down a Dragius, because our opponent there easily had 2,600 direct damage on board. It didn't take much for him to go over that. So if he had summoned a second Dragius, we were just dead. So the option was make the maximum, get him low, hope he doesn't have the out, or play defense, hope he doesn't have the out. And when your game plan is hope he doesn't have the out, you're not really in the best position. Okay, this is fine. As long as he doesn't have Torna, we're in a pretty good position. Oh, we can get that out, but like... I mean, I guess we go aggressive, right? Because we want to take some damage anyway. So we'll use this. Discard. Get this out. Then, doesn't matter what we weaken. It does. We're only going to have a Dark Engrave, and then possibly one more. So we need to weaken this. We'll flip this up. This is 300 life points, so we might as well do this now. Another Dark. Okay. So now we'll summon. Summon. We'll activate the effect to weaken by 600 on this. Activate the effect to weaken by 600 on this. We'll go to battle, swing here. And this song, again, for some reason, always has like 30 seconds of dead air at the back, at the end of it. And we'll just get in. So we've cleared his whole board, which is pretty good. He is playing SAR, which means presumably he could have a big turn here. But it's still only turn 3, so he has to hard draw everything. Like, the best hand he could get would be Dark Sword, summon, tribute, Witch, discard for Witch, summon out Seven's Road. Okay, we've got 3 lights, which is, again, kind of fine. Like, this out's our board, but you still have to trade. Alright. Let's see what we get here. Well, there is our maximum again. The issue is, again, this doesn't actually out what he's got. Like, so we can kill one of his guys and get in for a chunk, but he's on turn 4 and onwards now, which means he can easily get access to his Seven's Road. He's got, what, Fire, Water, Light, Dark, and Graveyard already, which means his SRM is getting boosted by 12, putting up to 33, which doesn't actually out us on its own, but he's still got that 1 card in hand. I think we always summon Dealer here. We'll always use Dealer effects. So our options are either summon out the max or set 1, cheat out the middle piece, attack over. But in that situation, I don't think it matters anyway. I think we do just go for the maximum. I think the robot is here. I think the main like skill to playing this deck is always going to be knowing when not to maximum summon. I think that's where like actual proficiency with the deck is going to shine through, rather than just shotgunning the maximum every time. Because we're also now going to be in a situation where he's just going to keep putting monsters in defense mode until he can out this. And we're not playing anything like a Pierce, so... So has he got the out? Because at the moment, this still doesn't out, right? Ah, he's got the TSA. Okay. Now, am I dead? See, this is the other thing. Is just slapping down a maximum feels so bad because exactly this. Both time we summoned our max, it's got Talismanic Sealer Raid. Then he uses this, discards, summons out the SRM, and that's just lethal, right? I've got 33, plus 28, plus 1,000. I think this is just lethal. Yeah, it is just over lethal. Yeah, I want this deck to be good, but I mean, maybe the play wasn't to maximum summon then? Maximum summoning always seems like the wrong play. And that just feels bad. Like, I guess you just never maximum unless you have exact lethal or higher. It's tricky. It's a tricky one. Because if you're not maximum summoning, you're just playing a bad spellcaster deck. But this is why we test it. Okay, we'll go first. We don't even need to use the skill, right? We can just let our opponent not know what we're up to at the moment. Then we'll pass. Two back row and a bird. So this is probably Harpies. Obviously more obvious because we can see what skill is, or what type of skill he's got. Alright. L comes down. L is fine. We lose our Sork. And we lose our Sork. So that's fine. Now, what are we drawing here? Okay, this is where stuff's going to get a little bit funky. So we probably... I don't know if it's worth using Dealer here. It probably isn't. I can weaken this by 300, and then I'd have to crash into it to actually clear it. Doesn't feel great. So the question is, are we doing that? I think we are. I think we're always using this skill. And we're always going to discard middle piece. And we're always going to summon out Seven's Road. Then we're going to weaken. I mean, SRM attacks over either, so it probably doesn't matter if we do it on that. So we will use it on here. Then we'll flip. We'll fire off Stream. We'll pop one of the back row. We'll flip. We'll then summon this out. Activate the effect of SRM. Then we'll activate this. So he could weaken it by 700 if he's got another thingy. So I am actually going to use it on here. Then we'll set. Go to battle. We'll attack with this first. This plays around the most. Then we'll swing here. Then we'll get in for the 1,000. Then we'll end our turn. And then we can put one of these back to the top. I guess we'll put this on top. Actually, I don't know what we take here. Because this lets us out more. Okay, we'll put the middle piece back on. Because again, if our board does get outed and we need to deal with his monsters, having a 1900 is going to be better. Because we can just summon it as a 19. Use the skill to weaken by 8. And then that does clear most of what you could have. We've got the reincarnation in the back row. So we're looking pretty good right now. Okay, tributes 2, probably Pet Dragon. Ooh, Crested Hawk. Okay. Well, we do have a light monster, so we can get his effect off. Okay, so he is going to clear our whole board. This is kind of fine. Okay, we take the 1,000. Take that hit, we take that hit. We're in a weird position again, though, where we're not going to have lethal, right? If we do summon out our big boy. But we don't get him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So we could use this if we want. Take back SRM. That's not bad. Then we discard to get out SRM. Clear both of these. I don't know if we can clear all three. We'd have to summon this, weaken this, and get that out, which means we'd have to discard this, summon tribute. Ah, but there's no good way to do that, right? Because if we activate this, discard this, for example, take back SRM, use the skill, discard that, summon out the SRM, summon tribute for that, summon. No, I guess that does do it. Alright, reincarnation. Discard. Take back SRM. Activate the skill. Discard. Special out SRM. Yes. We have to weaken this one. Normal. Tribute. Normal. Flip. Activate the effect. Battle. Swing here. Swing here. Swing here. Now we pass. Now, again, which one do we want back on top? How many copies of each do we have? One of each. In which case, I guess we'll take the middle. So we're probably going to be discarding something for something anyway. Okay. So we managed to summon a board out his board. He summoned a board out at our board. Now, we managed to summon a board out his board again. But can he out our board again is going to be the question. Elegant Egotist means we're not taking any damage this turn, but we still might lose our entire board. And he did mill a Harpy Lady Sisters. Takes back Sisters to hand. Okay, sends the pet dragon to grave. Then we're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna go for the maximum summon. Discards Pierce, which means he has another... This face down then has got to be Pierce. Goes for his max. We can't take any damage this turn, though, so that doesn't really matter. That's another back row. What else has he got in his graveyard? I hasn't seen any of his other two copies of Harpy Lady 1 yet. Or Harpy Lady Sisters Middle, which means he can tribute over it if we do the set 1 play. It's all going to come down to luck then. This whole game is now just going to come down to, do we draw the out, or, as in, do we get to do our maximum summon? Even a maximum summon doesn't guarantee the win, though. It gives us a very good shot, though. That is abysmal. Okay. So, even if we discard draw, we cannot get what we want. If his back row's nothing, I think that's our best shot at being able to do anything here. Alright, so we'll start out with Dealer. Or with the skill. Discard. Special this out. Weaken this. We'll summon out Dealer. Dealer effect. Discard Tawna. Draw a card. Tribute over this. Because again, if we don't clear, we're dead anyway, so we might as well push for lethal. If he's got widespread, he's got widespread. There's nothing we could have done about it. Okay, doesn't have widespread. We get the win. Okay. Oh, so we did manage to win. Ironically, the win is the one game we didn't summon the maximum. So... We'll have to see how this goes going forward. I think this deck is actually a little bit tricky to play. Because, again, when we're not maximum summoning, we are going to be just playing bad spellcasters. And when we are maximum summoning, we want to just be killing our opponent. So it's like this really weird... We keep assembling the maximum too quickly, is what we're finding, which is very strange, but that is the situation we find ourselves in. No, we're going first. Not the best opening. Alright, we activate our skill, because we really want to empty our hand here. We'll go all in on the defensive, set this, and pass. Now we'll put this back on top. So we are on a... I can't remember what they're called. Thingy skill. So this could be Harpies, or this could be Thunder. That's my predictions. Alright, let's flip up Torna. We'll activate Stream. We'll pop the back row. That's very nice. Okay, now... we're going to discard something. Alright, so we will activate Torna. I don't think we need to discard the other Torna. We're probably going to summon it in a sec. So I think we just discard the Fire Golem here. And we'll flip this up. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so this is probably Harpies then. So we'll flip. We'll flip. Activate Light Sorcerer Sanctity. Weaken that. Then we're going to Tribute. Summon out another Torna. Activate Torna. Here, I think we're just going to discard the L. We'll flip this up. Then we'll go to battle. Get in for max damage. Then we'll clear this. Remember, it's sack or be sacked by maximum. I mean, I think you're not entirely wrong, right? There is definitely going to be a massive luck element. Especially because we're playing the both most inconsistent ways of actually maximizing, right? Harpies versus Swagnum Overlord. Like, I think it's clear that the most likely deck to get a maximum summon off is going to be the of Drago. Okay, well, our Monster Incarnation isn't going to protect us from Cybertech Alligator, unfortunately. Okay, so this is kind of fine. I'm debating, because we want to get the most cards out of our hand, ideally. We can use our skill to cheat out Overlord. Oh, we can't use it to cheat out Overlord. We don't want to use it to cheat out Overlord, because we want to discard Overlord. So we have to cheat this out, I guess, or this. We'll reduce it by a lot, then reduce it by more, is a good shout. Or we could summon this out to protect our other guys. We don't even need to do that. Well, we always use this. We always discard this. What is the most annoying thing that he does? I don't think any of his backroom... Oh no, it does matter. Okay, we'll summon out Light Sorcerer Sanctity just to be safe. We'll reduce the attack. We'll flip. Activate the effect. Pay the 3. Weaken this down. Then... just go straight to battle, right? I mean, we could put another card back in our hand, but I don't think we need to. This is the wrong order to attack, because if he's got Recital and Barrier... Okay, Barrier's fine then. If it was exactly Barrier and only Barrier, this was completely fine. Get him for 12. Get him for 15. Pass the turn. Then, yeah, we want the big boy. I think we always just want to have the big boy in hand, because we can always discard it, but if we do get another piece, it gives us an option to summon out the big boy. Alright, Harpy Lady comes down. Tribute for Harpy Lady Sisters. Activates tribute to the Doomed. That feels like a desperation tribute to the Doomed. Hey, thank you for the follow, Denraw. Welcome, welcome. And there's no reason to not just attack Sanctity right here. 'Twas expected. Okay, so we have just like 100 ways to out this. And just double checking, he has already used his widespread. So the only thing we have to worry about is the one which lowers us by our level. So we will go ahead and activate the skill. We'll discard this. And I actually think there's no real reason to bring out Torna, right? Because we're just going to attack over it in attack mode anyway. Especially if we're going to go for Sanctity. So we're going to bring out Valkyria. Then we're going to weaken it. Then we're going to flip. Then we're going to summon out Sanctity. Then we're going to activate Sanctity. We're going to weaken this. Then we're going to go to battle. Then we're going to attack. And none of his back row can save him. He can have like 2 recitals, the best he's going to get. Oh, is he going to barrier? Alright, there we go. There we go. So how many of the new decks have you had an opportunity to play? So I played a couple games. This video would never start. There we go. I played a couple games on Thunder. Thunder seems pretty good. I had a pretty good little run on Thunder. I also played a little bit of Royal Rebels, which again, Royal Rebels just seems completely nuts. It's not like this unbeatable uber threat, but it's good, right? It's definitely good. I think it's probably the best deck in the format. I think it's really difficult to judge at the moment. It's still a bit early, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't the best deck in the format. I played a little bit of Cyburst, but I still haven't actually unlocked the good skill yet. So I've actually been playing it with the one that throws the Femtrons into the graveyard. I'm not a fan of that skill, let's put it that way. That's a hand. That's certainly a hand. Alright. We'll use this. We'll throw this away. We'll cheat this out in defense. And we'll set. Set this. End the turn. Put you back on top. So this is probably... I mean, this could be Resonance, but we haven't seen Resonance in a long while. Oh, this is Resonance by the look of it. That's exciting. Let's see what he's got. Tributes. Okay, this is fine. Until he gets Dragius, there is, like, no threat here. Oh, okay. There's now Mob. Why would you summon... I don't like that. I would have put all my eggs in the Twin Edge basket, personally. Getting out 3 monsters. Unless his card in hand is something he really wants to keep. How are you feeling overall about what we received with the understanding that it's obviously a mini box and perhaps not as much new content? I think getting like 4 new decks, or like 3 new decks and 2 like decent updates to decks is really good. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. I would have liked more, but the fact that it is a mini box and I feel like we've got so few cards, but still there is like 5 new decks for me to actually play. I am very chuffed with that. Okay, we'll set this. We'll then weaken... Ironically, I might just weaken this. Like, I want this thing gone more than anything. So normal. Flip. Go ahead and activate 7-0 Magician. So we're getting that back to our hand. We're getting one of them back either way. I think we're actually kind of fine to leave this. As long as we don't just randomly just die out of nowhere. Alright. Now we're just going to put this back on top because we already have this in hand. What's your campaign code for the Blue Eyes structure deck? That is a great question, Raindrop. I'd have to go and get it. I haven't even looked into that whatsoever. I'm going to grab it after this if you want. I assume it's just as simple as clicking a button. Okay. So he wanted the 2 back row. Boost both of his guys up. Gets in for a little bit of damage. Okay, so we don't get to maximum summon. But we do have options here. We could even get that back if we want. Is there a reason to? We can just weaken both of his guys. Just swing into all 3. No, I think we just do this. We'll go Overload, discard. Let's get this out. Oh, I clicked no. It was just instinct there. Okay, that's fine. That'll be a little bit less damage, but that's fine. We use Sork on this. We use Sork on this. So it'll be 600 less damage, but this should still be fine. Now, the punish here is that he has full combo. Flips over... What would it be? Flip over, Dragonic Pressure, discard 3 dragons, including one of the 2 Slugger and Pitcher. After this duel, can I your campaign code for Blow Shock? Yep, that's fine. Okay, it looks like we're probably fine. Summon, summon. Wait, how much damage is this going to be? Is this exact? Is this exact lethal? Oh no, it's 100 over. Ah, that's cringe, bro. Come on. Well, if we don't see traps, we can't really do much about that. That was the only thing that beat us as well. That's a shame. He needed exactly 5 dragons in hand to beat us, and he drew 5 dragons. Alright, where is our friend invitation campaign stuff? Alright, I guess I'll chuck that into chat for you. There you go. There is our friend invitation code. Good old connection error. Thanks, Dorlix. Never change. I'm thinking if there's anything we want to change in here. The problem is so right now, if we get rid of our overlay quick, we have 1 trap card in the deck. We're playing just the widespread. And there are times, it's like in that last specific matchup, no other trap card would have mattered, right? Like, he wiped all of our stuff anyway. But in other matchups, sometimes it's nice to have other options. I don't know. I don't think it is, because again, all the other trap cards are really bad right now, right? Like, I've seen a lot of people just say, oh yeah, just play Recital, because it's not completely dead in some of these matchups, but like, it's still dead into like maximums, or into Royal Rebels, which are like the 2 big things we're expecting to play against all the time. This is a really bad going first hand. Alright. Discard. Set this. Set. Set. And put this back on top. Alright. Summons out Fire Golem. Okay, so are we against just 2 cards left in hand? Is that just 2 maximum pieces and he's just holding them? It could be. That's kind of scary. It makes me not want to attack. We can't live our life in fear. So we'll throw this out. Or lower the attack of this monster. Flip. Flip. Summon. Activate the effect. Weaken that. Tribute. Activate. Go to battle. Swing. 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 Pass. This back in hand. He's only got 2 in hand, so even if he does have 2 maximum pieces, he'd still have to get lucky and draw into the 3rd. Oh, that was 2 non-maxes in hand. Has he done it? No, okay. I really don't know. Because even if he had a maximum piece in hand, I guess you don't need to use the skill. It doesn't really change the maths on it. I would have still set a piece, I think. Oh, there we go. All of our wins so far are when we don't summon the maximum. The Swagnum Overlord. Oh, it's Nail. Is this actually going to be Cyburst for once, is the question. It's an actual Nail skill. This could still just be Hammer Crush deal. Do you accept rush to replays? Yeah, we can just do replays. I should probably set it up as a channel reward, but like at the moment we just kind of play it by ear. I'll chuck my... I guess you could just add me, right? You can just search by name. I mean, we always just do this, right? Either way. Question is, do we get aggressive on him? We'll go stream. We'll pop one of these back row. Let's go for this one. I think we're just going to do this. I think having 3 bodies on the board is the most important thing for me. Let's see what he's got. Drago piece. Tron. We'll get him for 1,000. Okay, so... I wasn't paying attention to if he had a reaction before. No, he did have one. He had something he could do when we attacked his Drago, right? I'm pretty sure there was a delay. Alright. What you got for me now? So we know we got 1 max piece on top. Femtron out. Summons that Connector Dog. Uses the maximum Ragnarok skill. Now, how many are we doing? Are we doing both on ours to get out 2 big guys? Or both on mine to just weaken them down? Okay, 1 on each. So this is probably going to become an Atrashoot Hydron. Ooh, what? I'm not a huge fan of Sigistrate's Soul. Like, I like it because it's got 2,000 attack. And other than that, like, other than its attack points, I'm like, kind of whatever. Maximum Rush. Welcome, welcome, and Gelato Gaga. Ah, okay, this is where stuff's going to get funky. We can reduce this by 8, but we know he's playing... this is where stuff gets tricky. Part of me is like, do we just bring back Torna to guarantee we clear this? That might be the play. It's awkward as all hell, but it does get us what we want. So we're going to drop Monster Reincarnation now. Discard. Bring back Torna. Do we want to tribute or do we want to use that? Is the next question. Changing that to defense means anything can attack over it. We need to still clear this, which means weaken it by 800. Which means, yeah, I think we always do this way then. So we'll go Maximum Overload. Discard, cheat out Torna. Yes, we're going to weaken this. We're going to flip. We're going to summon. We're going to activate Torna. We're going to discard. We're going to change this to defense. We're going to pay the 3. We're going to lower this thing's attack. We're going to go to battle. We're going to swing in here. I think your friend's list is full? Okay. We'll take a look at that in a sec then. Just in case it is. Of course he had the widespread as well. I mean, we kind of knew he had a widespread already, but it still sucks to see it. So statistically, if we wanted to just maximum summon next turn, we should have put green on top. But by putting Magnum Overlord middle piece on top, we can use it as a summon if he summons out another big guy. Okay, he's going for the Atron. Comes Femtron. Goes to the Maximum Ragnarok, so he has to lose another card from his hand. Then he's going to target Femtron and probably like Light Source of Sanctity. Now is this going to be Atcha Shoot Hydron? No, it's another Sigistate Soul. So that's another back row. My man loving his back row right now. This is where stuff gets funky, because we know he's on barrier. Which means if I do cheat out the boy... We know he's playing the max as well, and he hasn't seen many pieces. If I lower this, I can get it down by 8, which puts it down to 17. We'll only have one chance to get over it. With 3 back row, that's not likely. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to activate our skill. We're going to dump this. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this. We'll lower his attack as we can. So again, the punish here is that he just gets his maximum out. And if he does that, we were dead anyway, so it didn't matter. Now we pop this back on top. But we have no way to cleanly out this, so there's no point in even trying. Okay, that's fine. We just lose our stream. That wasn't doing anything anyway. Oh, of course, he just hard drew the max. And that's just game. That's a shame. We needed to just not be that low that quickly. I mean, there's nothing we could do, realistically. Like, he just drew his and we didn't draw ours, is all it comes down to. If we had drawn our max in that last turn, we would have won. But it is what it is. Alright. Let's go to our friends list. Who hasn't been on in a while? Request sent. Don't know what's going on here. Let's just get rid of it. I don't even remember who these people are. Alright, is anyone else on here that hasn't been on in ages? 16 hours, 21 days. Yeah, we can get rid of you. Remove friend. Right, that is going to be a lot of it cleaned up. Alpaca, 146 days. What's going on there, Alpacalypse? The spare account, obviously. 133 days. Would you look at that? Itchui. He's in. Alright. Which friend... which replay? Which replay are we looking at? Assuming Shui's still about. Alright, well, we'll wait till Shui comes back. We'll jump into another game for now. And if Shui comes back, we'll watch a replay. And just check my friends list, and most of them... the first, second rush replay. The first, second rush replay, okay. That's a sentence. I didn't even know they split them up. Unless it specifically says on it, like, rush. Speed, speed, rush, rush. So this one. The first, second rush replay. The first second. So you want both of them? Let's watch this one. Oh, well, we can watch both. Let's take a look at what Shui's on. Roman. So I'm guessing this is going to be harpies. Right, let's see what we got here. Set 5. It's a pretty good open from your opponent. Get out everyone. You always forget this thing has a huge butt on it as well. 18. Shining City Knights. Okay, so this is Aqua with Valk just kind of thrown in, because why not? We're getting bullied a little bit here. Tribute to the Doomed. We do get out the Harpy Lady Sisters. We can use the skill to boost its attack. Get in, and get in for some nice damage. 24. Summons out some Aqua cards. Tributes out Torna. Okay. Pretty standard for the Aqua deck so far, except obviously Valk and maybe Shining City Knights. Torna comes down. And here we have the Boogie Master. Talismanic Seal Array. Not sure that was the best use of Talismanic Seal Array, but, you know. Nice. Barrier protects, because, again, Harpies with a big butt. And there it is. Fazuzu, the king of mythical wind beasts. Shui's ace monster. There's the widespread. There's the barrier. Keeps us alive. And here it is. This is going to be it. This is the comeback. This is it. Here we go. Maximum Shokan. Harpy Lady Sisters hits the field. Activating the effect. Give it the big boost. Burn our opponent. Activate the skill. Gain even more attack. He's going to try and barrier like it means anything at all. Widespread Ruin does nothing to a maximum. Get out of here. Easy clap. It's just that easy. Just summon your max. Just summon the max. That's all it is. Right, we'll watch the other one as well. Let's check this one out. King of mythical wind beasts, but weaker than Harpy. Well, you know, there aren't that many mythical wind beasts, okay? You could be the king of, like, ants, right? You're still an ant. Alright, let's see what happens in this game. I love this map, by the way. Alright, here he is again. Here he is, Fazuzu, the Shui special. We are against the Swagnum Overlord deck. Going for the recital. Goes for the barrier. We've got all the back row. It's interesting that we're seeing all this back row, because barrier and recital are like kind of mid into maximum deck specifically, so I'm wondering how often you're actually seeing a lot of success with them. So, I mean, they're doing you really well here, and we are against a maximum deck, but I guess if he actually summons the max, they won't do anything. Smash, smash. Puts back. Here comes Trick Pigeon. Gets back the maximum middle piece. Summon, tribute it for the Harpy Ladies mid. Tribute for Harpy Ladies. I forget which one this is. L. big boost on this one. Specifically use on this one to protect it from widespread ruin. Maximum Overload comes out. Discard, set a card, tribute it. Or we're just maximum summoning over it. So here we go. Now the difference in our life points is quite high. So this should... Wait. Did he misplay? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He didn't use... he didn't use this effect. So he could have gained an extra 1200, which would have killed. Unless I it just went too quick and we missed it. I'm pretty sure he had lethal and missed it though. And this is, again, the issue that Magnum Overlord has, is if your opponent can't out it, they just turn everything sideways, and you need to find Pierce to actually deal with it. At this point, we're happy to just sit here and wait until we draw into our Tribute to the Doomed. I guess we don't even need Tribute to the Talismanic Seal Array out just as well. I like that new skills are useful for beatdown more than help player get maximum monster onto the field. I mean, yeah. He played no out to this. I mean, yeah, the out is he tributes over his Overlord into a Torna and then plays the game again. Widespread Ruin does not work on Harpy Lady's L, my friend, and down he goes. Shwee, are you low key becoming like a strong rush player, mate? Are you gonna be like popping up in these tournaments and stuff with your harpies? I'm just saying. Yeah, big tournament today. Yeah, you good. Just imagine Shwee wins Rush Duel tournament. Imagine the YouTube video. Connection error again. Thank you, Duel Links. Right, let's jump back in. Let's see if we can try and work out the best way to play this deck. I still don't want to like make any massive changes just yet. I want to get like enough games under my belt before we start working out what's good or not. Now I'm free-to-play player. I'm not competing in tournaments. You could still compete as free-to-play. You could still win. Like, don't let being free-to-play hold you back. It's a good excuse if you lose anyway. Well, I was only free-to-play anyway, so the fact I got knocked out doesn't matter, right? I think we just set the hand. Set the hand pass. Oh, it's Femtron. Which means we are against... Oh, is he going to hit the right one? No, he hits the wrong one. Does he have another copy? Maximum Ragnarok. So he loses a card from his hand. He's going to make this 2 tribute. You put it on the bottom, which means it's probably not a maximum piece. What are we making here? Again, with Sigistrate. I'm not... Maybe Sigistrate is like the play. I'm not a big fan of it. I think here we do fire off the widespread, just because if he maximum summons, we can't do anything about it anyway. And if we get like some tribute monsters here... Okay, we can still do stuff here. So we'll flip this up. We'll activate the effect. We'll discard another one. Now that does do quite a lot for us. Now we're going to tribute 2. Summon him out. So I think here we now activate our skill. We're going to discard and we will cheat out. Does it matter? I think we'll just cheat this one out. I don't think we need to worry about anything else. We're just going for big damage here. We'll go battle. Get him for 27. Get him for 16. So we could have gotten an extra... Oh, we had lethal. We didn't do the maths. We had the lethal and we didn't take it. That's fine. That's fine. This is going to be fine. Did you play with the new Fiend skill? Yes, I have played a little bit with it. I haven't played a ton. It's definitely very, very strong. It is... So the only... Because I have recorded a deck breakdown already for the Fiends. And the key takeaways are the mirror match for Fiends feels horrid because it is extremely luck-based and there are not many points of interaction. So it's very, very swingy. It's basically like, do you see a big boss monster every turn? Versus, do you see the trap cards to protect you from getting blown out by your opponent's boss monsters? And do you see the back row hate to deal with your opponent's trap cards to stop you from killing them, right? So it comes down to, do you see a back row? Do you see a back row hate? And do you see your boss monsters every single turn? If you meet all of these criteria, you've probably won. If one player does and the other one doesn't, it's pretty one-sided as to who's going to win the game. Okay, burns us for 3. Tributes into the Sigistate Soul. I mean, you have to kill SRM. Yeah, I was going to say. So the one back row is a little bit spooky. That's just an SRM off the top, though. So here, we will go ahead and activate. We will... I guess we just send this. It doesn't really matter. Is there a way we can guarantee game? No matter what? I don't think so. We can guarantee kill one of his guys. Is the best we're going to get. I just have to tribute him out. Right, we'll do this then. We'll discard this. We'll grab this out. Yes. Doesn't really matter which one right now. We'll summon this. We'll tribute. Tribute. Summon him out. Flip. Activate. Normal summon. Activate the effect. Weaken that again. So now it's game no matter what. Nice. Once again, we get a win without the actual maximum summon. I should probably start saving some of these replays. Because that is something we're going to want these for a video at some point. The Fiend Mirror is always who goes second. So, it can be, and that definitely gives you a leg up, right? Going second is definitely what you want. But again, if you find your trap cards, and your opponent doesn't, or you find your back row hate and they don't find theirs, or you get a boss monster every turn and your opponent bricks on low levels, you still can just beat them. So I don't think it's quite as simple as going second just wins, but it definitely helps. You have the most witch... You have the most witch-looking machines in your deck. You know, we have the main one that matters, right? we don't need any more. We just need the big guy. What were we gonna do? Was I gonna make any changes to this? I don't know. We're gonna look for replays. Were any of these like good replays? I don't really think they were. Let's just go in again. We have a big robot, right? Now, you can see in the stream title, it just says Big Robot, playing ladder with Swagnum Overlord. Okay, we don't need the whole deck to be machines. We weren't claiming that. Oh. See, Luke is always scary to me, because again, our deck does not have... Oh, he is playing a thingy skill, though. So this is potentially Harpies. That is a hand. That is one of the hands of all time. Is there a reason to do anything else other than just set? Well, I mean, I think we always get out Taunter, right? We want to just draw it into better cards. But I don't think we need to use the skill here. Alright. Let's see what he's got for us. Set 3. Is this a pass angle? Tribute set. So that's a Harpy's Pet Dragon in defense mode. Okay. 2,500 butt. Okay. This gives us options. It depends on that back row is, really. So we tribute 2, get out 1, use the skill, get out another. Nothing else really matters, so we start with that. So we'll tribute 1, tribute 2, summon. We're going to flip this up. We're going to activate the effect, discard this one. We'll flip this up. We're then going to activate our skill. Discard. Set this. Lower this. Flip this. Activate the skill. Or the effect. Activate his effect. Go to battle. Swing into this. And he's got... Okay, so this is where it gets funky. We always go lethal, right? If we have the lethal. Oh, I'm an idiot. I knew what that was. I knew what that was. I just forgot. We knew what it was. I mean, we couldn't have killed either way. But we definitely could have done a lot more than what we just did. I think we take this back because all 3 are in the graveyard. That was just... That was a brain fart, right? There was no reason to not get another 16 damage in there. Oh. Hey, thanks for the follow, Shy Kai B. Hey, Corono. How's it going so far? So far, middling. We're about 50-50 win rate. Whenever we've summoned Swagnum Overlord, we've lost. That's where we're at the moment. I haven't tried to climb yet, but testing out the right ratios for the Rebels deck. Yeah, the Rebels deck is looking pretty gross. You forgot? What do you mean? That's great content. Well, feel free to clip it if you want. Alright, here we go. It's some big damage on us. We're only taking 1,000, and we actually do get to keep and out to his monsters. Why didn't he... What is the defense monster? I actually wasn't paying attention. Did he just tribute over... Okay, we have no idea what the defense monster is. Okay, that's good to know. I could cheat out a guy, weaken... Alright, we always stream. Get out of here. We use that, cheat out, weaken... Yeah, it doesn't really make much difference. So we'll activate our skill. We will discard. We will get you out. And we will weaken one of them. We'll flip. We'll summon. We'll activate. Discard. Change this one to defense. We'll go to battle. Guess we attack with this. Attack for 300. And we'll clear the board. And then we pass. Well, I guess it's always green. Back into my deck, please. Skill issue, not gonna lie. It's always a skill issue. There is no luck in Rush whatsoever. It's literally, like, brawn and wit just completely clash. Like, people say, like, chess is the ultimate clash of wits. It's Rush Duel. We're gonna do it! We're gonna win a game summoning it! We're gonna do it! I don't know if it actually counts, but we're doing it! Ah! Go! Swagnum Overlord! Sword of Stab! We did it! Yo, Sunday stream, how's it going? We are doing great, Waltz. Hope you're having a great day as well. We're doing okay here. I don't know, I would like to save that replay, but after he passed that last turn, it doesn't feel like it was a good replay, so... But we'll get a win eventually using Swagnum Overlord, like, proper. Sick. Yeah, so our win rate isn't great. It's like, I think now it's like just above 50%, so like it's not crazy good or anything, but... Today's the Bulgarian national holiday and the weather is great, so I went for a walk in the park. Nice, everyone is outside. And hopefully you were playing Duel Links on your phone in the park. Because we've got to always be on the grind. Always be on the grind. Everyone is outside. That reminds me of when Pokemon Go was brand new, right? And just everyone. What is this hand? This isn't good. In fact, you might say this is incredibly bad. Well, we got to get as much out of our hand as we can. Of course. Yeah, you've always got to be on the grind. Alright, what do we got here? Speedy Performer. Okay, so far, this could be anything. Is this going to be Harpies? Well, there's 2 pieces. So I'll go ahead and use this. We discard, we set this. Sure, we'll weaken that. Flip. We'll summon. Now the question is there a reason to try and pop off here? I think there probably is. I don't think it's worth holding onto all of these cards. So we are just going to get out the double SRM. I don't want to have them clogging up my hand, especially when we know we're drawing another Magnum piece next turn. Use both the effects. Go to battle. We'll just get in for 5,000 damage. Then we'll pass. Now, again, in this situation, I think we take Big Boy. He's the most useful in like a proactive situation. I was on a 5-win streak until I bricked and lost to the mirror. God, this skill is broken. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. The only boss you can run in the deck is Seven's Road, right? Yes. So you can only run spellcasters and machines that are 2100 attack or less, which is Seven's Road, right? You can play any of like the level 6s. Like the next highest attack monster you can run is Dark Magician Girl, but like I don't know. I don't know about Dark Magician Girl. I think it feels super cope to run like just a 2000 beta. Did a Yu-Gi-Oh player do math and got it right? That never me. Couldn't be me. It's someone else. I think we've just won the game. Magical Stream, go! Yeah, sure, we'll just use this. We will tribute over... We'll tribute over this one. This guarantees we have a fire engrave. Activate. Discard. Flip this. Activate. Swinging. Boost. GG. Alright. There it is. I mean, we'll take the dub. It'd be nice to get a win with the maximum at some point. Like, a real win with the maximum. But we'll have to see if we can actually claim one. I run 2k vanilla beaters in Harpy and got Cog. You have no idea how good it is to just smack opponent for 2k. So, again, it's not that I'm concerned at. It's, would you rather play Torna, who can... you know, change the battle positions, or get the extra 400. Because I'm trying to think when that extra 400 matters, right? It matters against a maximum not in maximum mode. It matters... Ugh. I think we're going to maintain a Light Sorcerer here. There's no reason to use the skill. It matters against a Vorse Raider. It matters... against the defense mode Magician's Valkyria? Like, I can't think of many times when just the extra 400 matters. Okay, so now we're going to get hurt here because he's going to use this skill. He's going to flip our guys up. Ugh. We only take 16. It's not a terrible amount, especially since we do want to be low on life points kind of anyway for our skill. Alright, let's see what we find. Okay, well, this does deal with him a bit. Unfortunately, we have to reveal our skill to him, because we need to get that reduction. Out you come. Yes, I would like to reduce. We have to reduce this one either way, right? There's no way around it. Yeah, we have to do that. Do a flip. Fire off the stream. Pop that. Summon the Light Sork. Activate the Light Sork. Now, do we leave him with that or that? This is... It doesn't really make any difference, right? Because if he gets out... I think we're going to weaken this one. Because if he gets out the Harpy Spec Dragon, its attack's too big for us to be able to do anything anyway. So we'll hit over this. Unfortunately, we do not have very many good defenses at the moment. We don't have 3 monsters, so we can't protect ourselves from a big push. No traps. Just play both. So the only issue with playing both is that means you're now playing 3 Middle Piece Swagnum Overlord, 3 Seven's Robe Magician, then 3 Tawna, and 3 Dark Magician Girl. So you're playing 12 Tribute Monsters. Now, if you use the skill, you can cheat them out, right? But if you're cheating out a level 6 monster, you're not really cheating it out. You're discarding a card to summon it, which is just the same as normal summoning and tributing. Oh, that's a desperation. That's either he has lethal, or that's a desperation tribute to the Doomed. Okay, it's a desperation tribute to the Doomed then. Oh, another back row. That's scary. Okay, again, we want to be on low life points. So this is pretty good for us. Question is, though, can we find what we're looking for? That is catastrophic. Okay. We can still grab a card back from the grave, which at this point looks like it's going to be Valk. Tribute over Valk for this, I guess. Then his back row could mess us up. We know he doesn't have the widespread. He's already seen 2 legend cards. Alright, we'll go Maximum Overload. We have to discard this. And we have to summon out this. Then we will lower the attack of his monsters. The problem is... how big can we get? Light, water, dark. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, no matter how we do this, we can't find, like, a really strong angle here. We could take Dealer and Hope. The Hope angle's not bad. Right, let's reduce a Harpy Lady. This is where stuff gets tricky. We're on so little life, so we could use Monster Reincarnation. Discard Widespread. Take back that. Then we could take back Dealer. Dealer, discard Tawna. Draw into a low level. Summon out the low level Tribute for Seven's Road. We'd have at least 4 attributes in Graveyard, which gives plus 12, which puts them up to 33. 33 into 13 is 2,000, and then be an extra 8, so 2008. That's not enough to kill. So I don't think that's worth doing. So instead, we set... we activate Reincarnation. We discard... and we grab... it doesn't really matter. We're not going to pay more life points, so we'll just take Valk. We'll flip this up. Then, are we bothering to clear the monsters? Or should we just play defensive? If we set, it's arguably better. less chance we get outed. I think we are going to set. This might be a mistake. But we are going to go with the set. We're going to go with the set play. We'll put this back on top because, again, it's more useful. He had to use a Tribute to the Doom last turn to out our guy. Trick Pigeon. Use the effect, discard a spell. Yeah, that's useless to him, so he's fine to do that. Your Drago should have been 4,500, not 4,000. I mean, yeah, part of the cards. Have we tried any Cyberburst decks? Honestly, Attribute Hydron seems better than trying to go all in on your Drago. So the only issue with making an Attribute Hydron deck is either you don't use a skill that supports it, in which case it's awkward because now you've just got to like find level 3 monsters, or not level 3, Cyberburst monsters to get into the graveyard somehow. Or you do use a skill, in which case you're locked into using Cyberburst cards, so you have to play your Drago anyway. Or you're locked into a skill that says you have to use 8. Oh, let's do that. You have to use 8 maximum pieces, so you're locked into your Drago anyway. So it's like, it's really weird. As a Cyberburst player, yeah, your Drago is a backup plan. I mean, yeah, I think that's the best way to look at it. I think I like the idea of playing 2 middle pieces of your Drago, and then having the rest of the deck just kind of be its own Cyberburst aggro pile. The only issue with that is always going to be, how do you get to your opponent's life points without your Drago? Right? We don't, in Archetype, have a Piercer. We don't have a way to attack directly. We don't have ways to pop defense monsters. We don't have ways to change battle positions. So you'd have to just be running support spells to pick up the slack. And that's the only issue with it. I mean, we'll save that one. That was a pretty good one. Also, did you also had a look at the other new decks? Would love your opinion on the Rebel ratios. What else would you add to the deck? We can have a look at my Rebel deck after this if you want. Like the deck that I've been working with, and it's been doing alright for me. We basically went on like a massive win streak with it, and then we were like, oh, this isn't like... I still want to climb with decks. I don't want to just have it be free. Planning to get Cog with the 100 wins for the UR tickets with Rebels and have some fun with the other new decks. Yeah, I play 2 middle pieces, definitely not because I don't have a 3rd copy. I mean, again, if I was playing the skill, which I actually forgot what it's called. It's called like Ragnarok. You have to play 8 maximums, right? And if you're going to cut one just to go down to the 8 instead of having all 9, it would be a middle piece, right? This is, again, a super funky ass hand. All right. So I use the skill. Discard. We'll get this out. We'll set. We'll tribute over it. Activate the effect. Discard the Torna. Flip this up. Flip this up. Activate the effect. Go to battle. And then it comes down to, has he drawn his maximum off the top? If he has, we probably die. Has he opened widespread? Okay, he toggled off there. Again, there's no reason to not take the middle piece. Just every time. So, he had a response. Which means it has to have been widespread, right? Of course, he just ripped the max off the top, bro. Okay, is that just straight lethal? That's 35, which puts up to 7,000 plus 7. 7,700. Which is 100 over lethal. Bro. That's annoying that he just gets to just casually do this for free. We're like struggling to do this, and he just draws it. He doesn't mind. I just draw it off the top. Easy peasy. Don't worry about it. Wait, 8-4. Oh, because it's level times 2, isn't it? That's right. I mean, we'll let him kill us. We'll let him kill us. And he had the out if we'd summoned ours without just being able to kill him. We'll save that replay. That was a good replay. I was sat there like, yeah, unless he just has the max, this is the correct play. And no, he just had the max. Maybe we'll get to do that to someone at some point. Maybe we'll just hard draw the max at a time when it is lethal. If you think this is an anime moment, you need to see my replay. Yeah, we can check out the replay. If you add me as a friend, we'll check it out after this. Yeah, I'm just tomato sauce, so you should be able to find it quite easy. We keep going first as well, which I'm not sure if I want to be going first. I don't, like, not want to go first. We do have to use our skill, though, because we don't want Torna lingering in our hand. And we'll just pop this back on top. We're getting to Luke again, which means this is probably going to be the Dragon aggro build. Okay, we've got Merchant. We've got Inferno. I mean, that's fine, it's just a stream. We're playing Striker. My man is cooking. He is just... This is a man that was like, I play dragons, right? I'm playing the new dragon support. I don't care how bad it is. Let me guess, Resonance? Yeah, it's Resonance. Okay. So he knows which one's the tribute monster. So he leaves the tribute monster up. Interesting. So I could use that to cheat this out. I don't really see a reason not to do that. Guarantees I get this back next turn. We'll set this. Then if we're going to change that to defense anyway, we might as well do it like this. Then we'll summon. Activate the effect. Weaken that a bit more. We'll flip. Activate the effect. Change this to defense. Flip this up. Set. Go to battle. Swing over this. Get him for 16. And get in direct. And we'll pass. I forgot to save replay where my opponent was on 100 life points. Oh no. Top deck everything he needed to clear my board, and then maximum summon and lethal over 100. If that ain't the protagonist, then who is? Well, not me, I can tell you that much. Alright, let's see what our opponent's got for us. Oh, it's Striker again. Is he going to summon Keeper? That's the question. Is he going to summon Keeper? So he has to use the skill to get the draw. Oh no, he doesn't, because he's got 2 already. Didn't take the draw. Okay, he can pop the back robe. Again, it's just Magical Stream, so we don't care. Now, is he actually going to clear the monsters he needs to clear this time? If he does, though, and that card is nothing, which it's looking like it's not, we do just get to keep Sanctity. I still have a replay, though? Yeah, well, again, if you just add me as a friend, and I remember, we'll watch it after this. Ow. You have to clear Torna, right? Can't not. We take the 12. Excuse me, music. We weren't done with you. There we go. I would like to draw my the rest of the maximum pieces at some point. That'd be cool. Unfortunately, we now can't do anything about his back row, which is probably fine, right? We still use the skill. We'll discard. Get this out. We'll weaken the Winged Dragon again. We'll flip this up. Use the effect. Discard. Change this to defense. Summon. We'll pay the 300 again. Set this. Go to battle. Swing into this. We'll swing with this in case he's got Recital. And we'll get him for 16. And we'll pass. And then, yeah, we'll just take one of these back again. Alright, so again, we still do die to the combo. But we just haven't been given the opportunity to actually maximum so much today, unfortunately. But I suppose, again, we knew that going into this, right? This deck doesn't have any consistency tools outside of keep a maximum in your hand, but not have it kind of tax your hand by using the skill. Maximum Overlord. So a lot of people are playing the skill on the ladder. Okay. So now it's our turn. I think we don't go aggressive, right? There's no reason to. We just sit here and wait until he does something. Oh, that was to change our sleeves, not like in the Yggdrago. We'll have a look after this game, see what we got. Tributes 2, summons out the middle piece of Swagnum Overlord. Summons out Fire Golem. sets another back row, flips over the SRM. Turn 1, set SRM. Nah. I respect it. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Change the new overload sleeves. If we have them, I can't remember if we actually have them or not. He's got 2 cards in hand. He is currently the aggressor. I think we're going to go for this. We'll flip this up. Use its effect. Do this. And pop this. We'll go to battle and we'll swing it. And then we'll just pass. This is a really tricky matchup to navigate, you know, because it's like, I don't want my life points to get too low, because then I could just die out of nowhere, but I don't want to get my opponent's life points too low, because then he could just kill me out of nowhere. And I don't really want to leave like a high level and attack mode on the field. Yeah, he's lowering my defense, making his life points lower. Does that mean he's going to maximum summon now? Couldn't find me. It's just tomato sauce. You should just be able to type in that and find me quite easy. I think there's only 3 tomato sauce on there and they're all me. Well, let's drop down stream. Pop this. This is where stuff gets funky, because I don't really want to get his life points any lower. If I summon out my max first as well, I think I just lose. And then it comes down to, is he playing Pierce? If he plays Pierce, then playing the stall game is wrong. Do I just ram into him and try and get damage in? If I can get him low enough. But then he could just kill me on the crackback. I feel like this is such a hard matchup. If I just change everything to defense, he can keep lowering his own life points, which again is fine unless he's playing Pierce. Because if he's playing Pierce, then I just die. Right, we're going to just go defense. We're just going to pass the turn. That's all we're doing. This is such a weird situation to be in, and I don't like it. I sent you a friend request. Okay, we'll check it out after this. We got a lot to do, apparently. We're changing the sleeves, we're changing the map, we're watching a replay. We're doing everything. This is just so awkward. We're both sat here like, neither of us want to leave monsters in attack mode. Neither of us want to have high-level monsters on the field. So if I... What is currently in our graveyard? We have blue in there. We have another green. That's going to be better than sitting on him. So we'll activate this skill. Discard. Then we'll set... probably just this. Now again, if we don't care too much. We're fine to just kind of sit on this, right? We'll just pass. We'll put this back on top. Again, I need the difference in our life points to not be too crazy. But if I leave myself too undefended, we can just die to... like, just 2 7s Road Magicians hit coming down. Like, it's so awkward. Nobody really plays Pierce. Yeah, but if he is... Because, again, there is an argument to play Pierce in the Overlord deck, because if your opponent just puts everything sideways, you can't kill them. So he's not using the effect, because again, he doesn't want to be on lower life points. But if I do nothing, he'll just attack and kill me. So I'm like in a weird spot. Like, what is the win con now? Because at this rate, we're going to deck out. I think we just pass on this. Whoever summons their max first loses. I think you're overthinking it. Yeah, but then what is the play? Like... okay, whoever summons their max first loses. If he's got Pierce, he just waits and pierces over us. If we don't set enough cards, we lose. We're 2,000 life points down. Doesn't matter. Right, we'll just end. Put this back on top again. Because we're in a weird, like, staring contest where he's waiting to draw out his second SRM. Because if he gets the second SRM, he kills this and gets in direct with 2 SRMs for game. I don't have that option. I have also just not seen my back row. And even if I do now see my... like, my win con is basically he decks out now. Which is very annoying because he's the aggressor, which means I need to play very carefully. But again, if he does draw out the second SRM, we just die. Just attack and hope for the best. Yeah, but that's auto losing, Zach. that's giving up. Listen, Shy, okay. The replay happens when the game ends. We can't just stop mid-game. That's not how this works. Tributes for that. Okay, that's probably lethal, right? Flips this up. Uses that effect. I don't know how big he gets. And Talismanic Seal Array. Why will you be on Talismanic Seal Array in this deck? This deck doesn't need it. So this has got to be lethal, right? There's no way this isn't lethal. Although he's doing this before using the SRM effect. Which means he is doing this in the wrong order. But I don't think it matters. Yeah. Yeah, that's way over lethal. I think we were just in a bad position from the get-go. Alright. Yeah, we got sacked there, basically. There's not a lot we could have really done. Unfortunately, we were put in a situation where we couldn't do anything, and we went through all of our tribute monsters very quickly, which put us in a really bad situation. Alright, let's start out by getting these mats done, the mat and the sleeves. Alright, deck settings, change accessories. So the sleeves were... Overlord sleeves. Or Overlord sleeves as his English name was. Do we have them? Is the next question. This one. Okay, so we have that. And then it was a Blue Eyes mat, if I recall correctly. Overload check event. I assume this is the one you wanted. This is our maximum, unless it's called something else. Because, like, this is the only other one, right? That's Royal Rebels. There isn't a more generic one. Alright. We'll have these for now, then. And then... read the other half of my message. I don't have to do that, Shy. Alright. Have we received a friend invite? It looks like we have. Where's the other one gone? There were 2 friend requests. I would like to accept both. Alright. So we come all the way down. Alright, so... Arc the Sea. I don't know if Shy's still here. If you know which replay you want to watch, but we'll just hop in and just watch one. See what we got. Look at Overlord, he has a little... Listen, we don't talk about that, okay? Where mechas have, you know, their crotch area... Sky, sorry. It's very small on my screen. Second, what do you mean? First replay. Okay. So we got some thunders, we got some psychic beats, we got some cyburst going on. Our opponent's playing Harpies, got the Hysteric Force down. Boost it all the way up to 31. Barrier shuffles in, protects us from taking a little bit of damage. Then we just hard draw the maximum. We slam it down. We use the effect. We pop the monster. We try and get in for 4,000, reduced by 400. For the most part, I guess that's opening a slot. And then we drop sparks, and then we're maximum summoning our own maximum, which, with the skill, is pretty good here. So we can boost it up to 44, clears the max. Now what? We're going to hard draw another max. We're going to set 3. So now a Pierce ends the game. Oh, Stop Defense does not. I don't. Why would you play Stop Defense instead of Pierce? Like, specifically for the guy that attacks 3 times, you always want Pierce. In the anime, the camera keep focused on this. Listen, Zach, okay? It's a pile of mail. I mean, yeah. I mean, if it works, right? Okay, so we've managed to out the max again using the TSA. Drop TSA again. Goes for the Hysteric Force. Recital comes down. Then we just hard draw the max again. Somebody stop this man. He can't be stopped. Pop. Get in for 4K. Easy clappers. Just hard draw the max. And the Talismanic Sealer going back and forth as well made that very, very exciting. Alright, cool. I think we will make some changes. I kind of want to try out TSA in our deck. I don't know if TSA could have actually won us any of the games we've played so far, but it can't hurt, right? So we're going to try slotting TSA in. The question is, where do we want to put it? Because we could just give up, like, some of these slots that try and just get the attributes up and drop some TSA in like that. Where is my TSAs at? There we go. Let's try 2 TSA, see how that feels. The only thing we're not using in this deck is basically an out to, like, defense monsters. We're not playing like a Pierce, right? But that's because I feel like the deck shouldn't need it. We'll see how this goes, though. He would have won if he used Pierce instead of stop defense. I mean, yeah. Pierce is just, like, not all the time, but specifically when you're playing the Harpies, there is no reason to use stop defense over Pierce. I had all the pieces in my hand from the start. Well, then you just opened it, which is even crazier. Oh, we got 2 pieces. Unfortunately, obviously, ours is reactive. We want to slap our maximum down after our opponent slap theirs down. Oh, it's Dark Femtron. Yggdrago R. Sky Emperor L. Well, I might take a Torna out as well, actually. I don't know if I'm enjoying the Torna in the deck. Okay, Atrashoot Hydron. I mean, Torna just immediately out that, so... There's another Torna. Right, we'll shotgun our skill. We'll discard. We'll get this out. Yes, we will weaken this one. Now we get the funky decision of, do we summon Tribute? There's no... We have to discard to get rid of that. The question is, are we keeping this in hand? Or are we having a set card? I guess we'll probably go for the set card. Set. Go to battle. Swing over this. Swing over this. And then we'll just pass. We'll put this back on the tippy top. Kind of crazy when you think I only play 2 of the middle piece and just hard draw it when I needed it. I mean, it's going to happen, right? Imagine you play Rush in local and you just top 3 pieces of maximum because you didn't shuffle it. I mean, it could happen. Right, so we get the mill. I assume this is in here primarily for the mill. We just want to fill up our graveyard with cards for Atrashoot Hydron. Uses maximum Ragnarok, so we're going to lose a card from our hand. Now, my guess would be 1 and 1, but it could be... I was going for both, so he doesn't have a tribute monster in hand then. Or if he does, he just wants to tribute over some other stuff. Okay, so this does clear, which is fine. Again, we want to take some damage. We just don't want to die, right? So we have the max. Do we summon it? I think we do. I think we activate our skill. So I want to get these 7s rolled out of the hand, basically. We discard the blue. We cheat out the SRM. Then we'll lower the attack of this guy. Then we're going to maximum summon. The boy comes down. Activate the effect. Gain the 800. Go to battle. Swing. Now again, I don't know if this was actually the correct play because he's not dead. And oftentimes, whenever we summon this guy early, it doesn't actually end well for us. We still, again, are not playing Pierce, so we don't actually have a way to kill. We would have to draw out Torna as well as the maximum again. That's our, like, win con from this position. Thanks for the idea, brother. Oh, wow. I topped at my maximum. Attack for half your life points. Next turn. Oh, look. I drew 3 pieces of maximum again. Attack for game. It could happen. It could happen, you know. Oh, here's Manny. Okay, so he does out our guy. But he is very low on life, and his board is not crazy. Two cards back in deck. Lowers that down to 18. It's currently not lethal. He's gone straight to battle. We'll take the 5, and then we'll take the 2,000. Alright. We have so many cards that do it here. And that is going to be it. So, there's no reason to not do this, right? Ah. Yes, you know what? I'd like to make this thing have 0 attack. I think that would be swell. And then we will just kill. Well, we managed to summon the maximum and win the game, and it was a real game. So, that's something. One thing we haven't done yet is we haven't seen our opponent summon Yggdrago and then us have our maximum after, which is kind of what we want, right? We want them to summon out Yggdrago, get a load of... God damn it, Konami. That's the scenario we're hoping for, but it isn't happening yet, unfortunately. Alright. Let's see what our next opponent has for us. Mimi and Mimi. I don't think we're going to be seeing the Yggdrago in this matchup. So this is going to be either Harpies or Thunder. Wait a minute, your life point was lower than opponent's. Why can't you use Overlord's second effect? Were our life points lower than our opponent's? I'm trying to think now. Okay, Magical Stream. So we'll summon out Dealer. We'll activate the stream. Pop this. Tribute for this. Activate the effect. Discard. Change this to defense. Then we just need his back row to not be widespread and we're fine. Of course it's widespread. Why wouldn't it be widespread? Why wouldn't you open widespread and we lose the 50-50? Of course. Well, sometimes it just be like that. His life points were 51 and yours were 44. I mean, I wasn't paying enough attention to confirm or deny that. Okay, we're not dead here because we have drawn our card also. If we just hard draw our max, we do just win. Never lucky. Okay. Would have really liked to just hard draw the max there, but shit happens. Alright, we'll activate our skill. Discard. Summon this. We will weaken this. Flip over. What do we have in here currently? Water, wind, dark. I think we have to get out all of our monsters, no matter what. I don't think I can afford to get greedy and hold a card and hammer them on 2,000 life points. So we'll beat over this. beat over this. We get him for 16. Then we'll pass. And then back to the top will be the big boy. What? Alright. We could just randomly die out of nowhere here, but let's see what he's got. Since we know we're against harpies, I guess... What do we die to, like, specifically? Middle piece can go up to 3,100, which is not enough to kill. I think we only die to maximum summon, like, straight up. Tributes. Harpy Lady R uses Hysteric Force, who's got a punch over the SRM, right? Oh, he can't because of Valkyrie's effect. That barely comes up, but when it does. Alright. We activate the effect, discard, summon this. Discard, tribute, discard. Yes. So we can activate Torna. Discard. Flip this up. Then contribute over Torna. Activate the effect. Discard. Flip this up. Then we can activate the skill. Discard. Set this. Weaken this. Then we'll flip. Activate the effect. Activate the effect. And that's the game. I mean, I'm saving that replay. That felt like a pretty good game. Once again, though, a win without actually summoning the maximum. I don't know if it's worth trying to play more of like a maximum turbo build, but the only thing you can really do is change the way you play, right? What I mean by that is instead of like summoning monsters and attacking, I could just go full defense. But then I'm like, well, that just loses to so much stuff. Like Dragius absolutely rips that. A new one, completely destroying it. Oh, there's a rower, so probably rebels here. We're going second against rebels, which is probably for the best. Gives us basically a turn's reprieve. Oh, so we're just playing... Okay, this is fine. We can beat it with nothing, so we just hard use the skill. Discard, set this. Yes, please. God, I almost misclicked that. Alright. Flip this up. Drop the stream. Pop that. Summon. Summon. Activate the effect. Activate this effect. Swing. Get in for 15. And get in for 12. Then we pass. Then I would like one of my big boys back on top, please. Alright. Let's see what our opponent has for us this time. That's a seahorse, and he has the graveyard set up for it. So he does get maximum value from that. He had a card left in hand, which means it's probably a Dragius. So I'm expecting Tribute Dragius now. Predictable. Now the rest of his hand is going to be a complete mystery. He's already used 3 Tribute monsters. But he apparently has 2 more in hand, so he must have 2 Tributes in hand. We can weaken by 800. No matter what we weaken it to, it's not going to be enough to actually die. We can weaken it by 11, which is still not going to be enough to kill. So we'll activate the effect. Discard. We'll set this. And then we have to weaken this. Flip this up. Normal summon. Activate the effect. Doesn't matter what we weaken, because we're clearing both either way. If we're summoning this anyway, we might as well do it this way. I might have just missed lethal, actually. I was not doing maths whatsoever. Yo, hey, Dingust. Or Dingust. Welcome in, Bakura. Then we pass. Come back to my hand. Or the top of my deck, even. This skill is broken. Which skill are we talking about? The Overload skill, because I do not think the Overload skill is broken. Okay, we know he has 2 tributes in hand. So tribute. Did we die to Dragius? It's 11. No, nowhere near. I think the Fiend skill is the most broken. Yeah, the Fiend skill does everything. House Tuning Invasion is way more broken than it. Yes, I 100% agree, Rex. Oh. I don't think the Overload skill is that good. I think if it had less restrictions on it, it would be overpowered, like, completely. But I do not think this deck in general is crazy good or anything. It's like we say, either you're playing it just to maximum summon, at which point it's entirely reactive, or you're playing it proactively and then it's just a worse version of Seven's Axel Road with a backup plan of sometimes summoning out the maximum. Legion's OP, like each of the 3 effects on their own, would have been great. Exactly. The Fiend skill is broken, but the deck still feels rough, in my opinion. I think the problem that people are having is everyone keeps saying that it's like a guaranteed tier 0 deck, right? That the Royal Rebel deck is the best by far. It's super powerful. Nothing even comes close. But the deck can brick. The deck can just lose games, right? It's not an unbeatable meta threat. It's just very, very good, right? Like, and I think that's the issue, is people pick it up being told, oh, this is an unbeatable tier 0 deck. I'm going to pop off with it. And then that doesn't happen. And then they're like, oh, this actually doesn't feel that great. And it's because, again, the deck's good. The deck will still win more than it loses. But it's not this crazy, like, tier 0 deck. I just don't think it is. I think it's definitely... I don't think there's an argument for saying it's not the best deck, but I don't think it's tier 0. Overlord is pretty neat, though. It makes your maximum pieces count as 2 tributes and give attack debuff instead of being bricks. Yes, that is good, but the problem is it's still quite difficult to actually maximum summon. And all the restrictions on the deck make the rest of the deck feel very lackluster. Oh shit, Sunday stream. That's right, Alpaca. Sunday stream. We have it as our bonus stream day for a reason. We thought we'd use it. All the maximum skills are mid. I think that the Ragnarok skill is pretty good. The one that weakens by 800. Or is it 600? It weakens. And then you can either tribute your own monsters as 2 tributes, or you can just, you know, use your opponent's stuff. Okay, so he's just milled 4 cards in Thunder for the sake of it. I'm kind of waiting for him just to, like, surrender, just because he's just seen that he's milled Widespread. Okay, Trigger Drago comes down. Mills more. I don't know why we're looking to have, like, is this just to make sure that we have enough, like, Talismanic Sealer? I mean, we just cleared this, right? We use our skill. Discard. Set this. weaken this. We'll summon. We are going to get a bit greedy. We are going to actually just leave this maximum piece in our hand. Getting for 1,000. Hey, thank you for the follow, KKKO. I don't know how we pronounce that. I'm going to go with that. We'll take back Magnum Overlord here as well. Alright. We have one card in hand, which will stop some of his effects from going off, but not all of them. We love Rush Septima. We are doing great, and we all love Rush here. Let's catch up with the chat. We got all 3 in 1. It's usable every single turn. Like, damn, yeah, it's crazy. No way it's tier 0. I never max summon against Royal Rebels until I guaranteed OTK with Overlord. I mean, yeah, that's what you should be doing, right? Ragnarok is pretty OP, yep. MP Bro. Royal Rebels are good deck with consistency issues because of many high levels, probably tier 2. The skill is OP tier 0, so the deck... I think I agree, Corono. I think the skill, if we were like ranking skills, I would say it is a tier 0 skill, right? But the deck itself is not tier 0, right? I think the actual weakness of the actual boss monsters themselves is especially Invasion. Invasion is just so... Like, 23 is just such a mid-attack stat. Okay. So we take some damage. Then we draw. That makes me sad. Right. Use the skill. Discard. Then we're going to cheat this out. I can lower one by 800, but that doesn't actually do much for me. It's going to come down to if he draws his Piercer. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Because with having 2 cards in hand, he is going to struggle to kill me. That's the hope, at least. And if we take another hit, we're good to go for summoning the max next turn. I play Royal Rebel, same, nice. The blue dude, why it happens to me too, oh my god. We already had something like Dragonic Pressure. I'm glad there's a lot of variety, yeah. So he can't use this. If your opponent has no cards in their hand, inflicts piercing, so he cannot pierce me. He can, however, use Stormbolt Destroyer to get another Anglercoil Fish back. He shouldn't be able to use the Shark either, because I've got 2 cards in hand. Well, it depends. It depends if he attacks us. If he clears both monsters and then gets a direct attack in, we'll be low enough that we should just be able to kill. If not, we summon it out, we gain plus 2,400, which puts us to 5,900. Then we gain an extra 14, which puts us to 7,300. And then 7,300 minus the 2,4 is 4,900. So we're actually 100 off lethal. Unless he attacks us. Tomatosaurs, how are you? I have a question. When I am able to use the EX part of the skill... When am I able to use the extra part of the skill? Overload. Or is it the only for the event, the skill? Yes, so if you're talking about the one which adds all 3 parts to your hand, that's only for the event. Okay, well now we're in a weird situation. Because we drew this spell. Because we're 100 off lethal. So, like, if we don't summon it, there's not really a lot we can do. It would just be set 2, and then hope we draw into the piece again. We're in an awkward position again. Where, again, we're 100 off lethal. So we don't really want to just pull the trigger. If he has an out, which we know he's got an out, because his skill just outs it. So doing that is bad, which means we have to just set 2 monsters in defense mode and pass. Well, the problem is he'll kill us next turn if we maximum summon. We'll leave him on 100. He'll use the skill weaken our guy, attack, 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 and we'll lose. Which means all we can do is this. Problem maximum is it leave you open for lethal on next turn. Yeah, we need to draw Talismanic Sealer. If we draw our TSA, we win. Because again, with 2 monsters, he should struggle to kill us. 2 cards in hand means he cannot use the effect of Trigger Drago. But now we're also relying on luck, because now we just have to hope that we draw into our blue. We have 2 copies left in the deck, and we still need to find TSA. See, now that messes us up, because that means he could probably just game us this turn now. He knows we're on mostly... Yeah, that's just lethal no matter what. I mean, it's alright. This is going to sound a bit funky, but the way he played that felt like he was sniping, right? Like, I don't like to call that out, but he knew we had a low defense monster, so he didn't mind attacking. He knew our back row was nothing. He knew that we couldn't take a single attack, otherwise he would die. That felt kind of sus, right? Not gonna lie. Most people, I think, wouldn't have played like that. Alright. Let's go into another game. Okay, so our opponent is on their rank-up game. Playing a Yuga skill, so this could be a mirror match, especially considering the mat and the sleeves. It's less about that and more he disregarded everything else, right? Like, he would have had to know exactly how it all works. Know that my back row was nothing. Because if my back row was anything and I took damage there, I just win on the following turn, right? So he would have had to just guess that my back row just wasn't widespread or anything. Because, like, Recital also stops it. Like, if my back row is anything live, I just win the game there. So, like, that's why it's weird. Because he could have just kept the game in a null state, unless he knew that I had Talismanic Sealer in my deck, at which point he knew that I had an out that I could draw it into. That's why it's weird. This hand is really mid. What do I want to do with this hand? I think we go dealer. We're going to fire off dealer, we're going to discard dealer. Right, that sorts out the hand a little bit. So now we discard, grab out the Sevens Road, flip up, tribute, summon. We're going to go for a big push, because why not, eh? He's probably on maximum overload, maximum, the same skill we are, but playing timidly and defensively is what lost us the last time we were in the mirror. So we're going to try playing aggressively. And maybe he just won't hard draw into the max. The problem with maximum... I forgot to put the Thunder deck. Either play would have worked. He just pushed for gay. I guess he assumed you hit the maximum. Alright, he did have the Tribute to the Doomed. Let's see what he's got here. So at the very least, by him using Tribute to the Doomed, we're going to assume that he doesn't have the max. We haven't actually seen any of the maximum cards yet, so he still just could be on SAR. Okay, no, so we are using Maximum Overload. So discard probably sets like a SRM. We've already used one SRM. 800 attack. There's no way you can't clear this. Yeah, there we go. Take the 19. Puts a card back on top. So we can use the skill Weaken Down. I think that's always the play here. So we discard. Get this out. Weaken this. We'll flip up Torna. Activate the stream. Pop the back row. Now, how much do we want to push this is the question. We could just set both, which is fine. Or we could flip one of these up, which doesn't really do much for us. We can get this down by another 300, which just gets us 600 damage in, which is not a notable amount. I think we just set 2 monsters. Then we'll just swing over this. Because getting rid of the 7's Road Magicians is really big. Pop this back on top. Then we pass. I hope it's not the direction we will go, but I kind of feel like the next few months will be really slow for Rush again. Probably a structure in... So, my hope is that we get a box or a mini box every 2 months, right? I think 3 months is too long. I think it is actually insulting to try and do it every 3 months. The product comes out in the physical version of Rush faster than that, right? And we can always just be 3 years behind. That's fine. But 3 months is too long for a digital card game to go without a substantial update. Like, it is too long. 2 months, I think, feels right as well. That's enough time where we can, like, let a bit of a gap appear. It's enough time where you can, like, after about 2 months, you get real sick of, like, the meta, right? That's just how that goes. What next character? Asana. Yeah, it's going to be Asana, almost certainly. 3 is way too long. Yeah, so my prediction is, every time they bring out a new world or a new, like, mechanic, they're going to bring out a big box. And I was expecting that with maximums, but I think they might do that with fusion. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got exclusively minis going forward, except for fusion's launch and the Go Rush launch. We just have lethal. 35 plus 12 is 47. 47 minus... Yeah, it's just lethal. Okay. 1. Behold my maximum! Swagnum Overlord, go! I'll use its effect to gain some attack. Go to the battle and salap. Boom. Okay, we won the mirror. Yeah, Asana is probably the next one. Makes sense. I love Asana. Asana is damn good character, right? Her deck is so much fun. And even as a character, she's written well. With her maximum in the next box. I am a little bit concerned as to what is going to be in the next box, right? We're expecting Worm Excavator, right? We're getting that. I think we need another maximum in that box. And I'm worried that it's going to be a boring one. When I think what I'd really like to see is the dinosaur maximum. But because we've gotten some of the dinosaur cards now as ranked rewards, it's very weird to think where we're going to get the rest of the dinosaur cards. Because imagine, like, oh, I want to play dinos. Okay, well, then you've got to play ranked and get these ranked rewards. Then you've got to go into this box and get the maximum. Then in the future, there's going to be the fusion, which you're also going to want for the deck. And it's like, so much just stuff. Well. Discard this. Set this. We're going to set, and we're going to set. We're going to get a little bit greedy and hold, because it's turn 1. We should be okay to be a bit greedy on turn 1. You think they will get equip cards out early or wait till Go Rush and do the releases more in order? I think they will wait till Go Rush, but the reason is I think they will treat it like how the anime treated it, in that it's this big new mechanic. It's, wow, equip cards are coming out. Whoa, check it out. And they'll act like it's this, like, big deal. Do you feel Maximum has made duels too fast, or is there downsides to playing them? There are many, many downsides to playing Maximums. A lot of the time, if you throw down a Maximum and your opponent outs it, you've only got the one monster, so your monster's now gone, and your opponent attacks you 3 times directly. So, like, Tribute to the Doomed, hard just punishes Maximum. Like, it gets rid of the monster and probably kills your opponent in the same turn. Same with Talismanic Seal Array a lot of the time. So, like, it's a hard thing to, like, balance, but because there are so many good outs to Maximum, playing Maximums can feel like a bit of a liability. Rush Start getting better. Yeah, I mean, so again, it's still the honeymoon period, but so far I am still really enjoying the new box, right? Whether or not it'll be healthy or good for the meta going forward is a completely different question. We'll have to wait and see how it looks in, like, tournament play. We'll see how it goes once the meta kind of settles and people have worked out what's the good decks, what they're going to be playing from the future, but at the moment, having a great time. Surely they put chairs. Man, I want to play chairs so bad. I want my chairs. This is another very mid hand. I mean, I could just go defensive again. What's the punish? The punish is he gets, like, Pierce, or he summons out Harpy's Pet Dragon. I don't really have another play other than just set 3 monsters, so I think we're just going to set 2 monsters. I'm just going to pass. So again, this is punishable, but he needs very specific outs, and he needs to attack in a very specific order. Is he playing the skill that changes battle positions? I completely missed if he was. No, he just attacked 2 defense monsters. Okay, let's see what he's got. Let's see what Boy's cooking. Because if he's not got the skill, we are even safer. This is the worst case scenario. Because this can boost anything, right? Yeah, anything. Which means if he activates this effect over here and summons out another Harpy Lady Sisters. Which, to be fair, he's already gone through 2. So he's got 3 left in the deck. It's not impossible. Yeah, I just got to the Lug in the anime. Thought he was gone for good after 7s, but then he came back with the whole team of the start. Yeah, the Lug is so good as a character. Oh, no, don't do this. Please, come on. This was the punish. This right here is exactly the punish. I need him to not put the boost here. Anywhere but the big dragon. But there's no reason to put it anywhere but the big dragon. And that's just game. Because he's not playing the skill. Oh, he had the pierce anyway. Never mind. Didn't matter. By the way, right? Completely not playing around widespread. If we had widespread there, we utterly destroy him. Like, the fact that he so bold-facedly just went, our opponent doesn't have widespread. Like, if we have widespread, he just instantly loses the game. I don't like that. Again, I don't want to start calling everyone sus, but again, Just bold-facedly, my opponent just doesn't have widespread. Because he was in a good position. He could have just kept sitting on it. No, communication timed out. I hope the next box will be a main box with stuff to add some of the deck, like Wing Beast and some new card. So is Maximum's only immune to traps, or only some of them? So there are a couple of Maximums that are not immune to traps. Most of them are. And Harpy Ladies is immune to monster effects as well. But that, again, is not usual. Some but Harpies is immune to all. Well, Harpies can still get killed by spells. Could be sus, or, you know, some people just don't play around it. It's just one of those things where, like that play is really, really stupid if you think I've got widespread, right? It's really stupid. Like that is, like, game-endingly bad, right? So it's like, is my opponent an idiot? Or are they cheating, right? It's one of the two. Yeah, I would love a main box next for Asana Core plus, like, 1-2 cards, most of the existing decks. I mean, I would expect it to be mini. Again, I just feel like that's the vibe we're going with at the moment. And obviously collecting an entirety of a Maximum is a lot more difficult if you have it in a main box, because you've got to get, like, all the way through it 3 times. Maybe some new archetype that's already in the game. Chairs, Sushi Angels, or something. Yeah, I think Sushi Angels would be a good one. Because Sushi Angels are, like, borderline playable, right? A wise man once said, never attribute malice to any to that which can be explained by stupidity. I mean, yeah. You're not wrong. So we don't know what our opponent's on. Could be on SAR still. There's no real reason to use that. I almost just want to go on the defensive. But it depends what he's on. If this is the mirror, we want to be lower on life points. Alright, let's do this, this, and this. I don't think we want to get too aggressive if we can't do a big play anyway. Like, if we had like a 7's Road Magician, maybe we go for it, but... feel you are right with the mini. Yeah, I mean, I'd love it to be a main, just because I want more cards, but... I know I'd definitely be that stupid. No, Alpaca, don't put yourself down like that. I honestly expect 3 months for a mini, sadly, prob main for Go Rush. I still think they'll bring out a main for Fusion, just because there's going to be so many cards in there, and it will support so many decks. There's no reason for me to go aggressive until I get the Torna, right? There's just no reason whatsoever. There's no point in setting a card as well, because he could just pop it. And when we get Torna, then we can start going aggressive if we want to. But until then, I've got no reason to do anything. Just keep passing. I'm quite happy to have more than 6 cards in my hand. Or maybe he feels he doesn't want to be overcautious because when you hesitate, you lose. I mean, maybe, but like my point was he was in a situation where he could have just played it out normally and been in a great situation. But instead, he went like super aggro. Oh, we have no... I can reduce this guy down to 1500 attack, but he's got 3 back row. I think we have to either way, though. I can use the effect, get one of these out, tribute these 2 to get out the other one, summon that. Yeah. The only problem is going to come from if he has another Swagnum Overlord, but we can't play around it even if he does. So I could summon this out as well, get the extra reduce. Summon, tribute 2 for 1. Use the skill to get out another. Tribute over the last to get this out. Okay, we'll go Light Sorcerer. We'll use this to weaken. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate the skill. Discard. Get this out. Yes. Reduce it again. Flip this up. Don't do that yet. We already have Lights Engraved, so we don't need to worry about getting that. So we will then just activate Seven's Robe now. Activate Seven's Robe now. We don't need to summon this. We'll drop Talismanic Seal Array. We want the blue back in. Alright, so we will attack with this first, because this plays around Recital. Oh! And that's how we beat a maximum. So this is the issue, right? We won. One, because he didn't have back row to protect, right? But two, because he pulled the trigger first. And that is the awkward thing in this deck, is if you have the maximum, pulling the trigger first is what loses you the game. Which is very awkward, and that's just the problem of having a reactive maximum like Overlord. You never want to be proactive with it, even when you get all three pieces, and it feels so counterintuitive to do. I sadly feel this will happen. I don't know what the reason is, just feels weird. Rush brought back a bunch of players and also new ones, even many of friends that just play for Rush. The reason Rush is good is there's back and forth. As much as modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fun, there's less of that. I mean, yeah, basically. And Konami treats us like the biggest failure and starves us. Oh, I can't say that. That hit me right in the soul. Are we just going to slap down the SRM turn 1? That doesn't feel great. I don't think we will. We'll sit on it. We're fine to sit. We'll just do this. Again, we don't mind taking a bit of damage early. We just don't want to take too much that we die. Yeah, I also love and play modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But Rush is just extremely fun and a totally different feeling. It's fresh. I think that's the takeaway, right? Is it does make it feel very fresh. DMC music? Yeah. Agree. Also, I feel most people are not used to playing not aggro, which is why I like this deck. Yes, I think that Warrior was the go-to different deck last format, in that it was a deck that you change people's battle positions. You want to put monsters in defense mode. I guess this is fine. We discard, we bring this out. We change this thing's attack. Now, I could bring back this, weaken it by a bit more. What does that actually do for me? Not a lot, I don't think. Right, we'll activate this first, see if this gives us any more options. So I could get this back, do an extra 12 plus 6. So we're looking at 3,000, 4,002 plus 18 minus the 15. So we could get him low, but we'd have to give up our cards to do so. I don't think that's worth. I think we're just going to set. We're just going to set. We're going to go to battle. We're just going to swing. Like, yeah, we could have gotten him low, but I don't think it's worth giving up the Monster Reincarnation and the other Magnum Overlord pieces. I'd go to Rush Locals if there was a thing in TCG. Oh, hello. Oh, he just hard drew his, so if we can just hard draw ours, that'd be great. Okay. This is where it gets a bit rusty. Because we can weaken him. We can get back our 7's road. So we're actually fine, right? We just activate, get back SRM. Special out SRM. Drop this. We're going to have enough monsters. 1, 2... Yeah, we're going to have plenty. Alright, so we flip over Reincarnation. We'll just discard this. Bring this back. We probably should have got the extra boost off that, but that's probably fine. Activate. Discard. Set this. Drop TSA. Oh, why did we do this first? 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 We're just stupid. That's why, because we're just stupid. We should have flipped up. We should have used the effect. We're just stupid. Alright, we'll activate this. That's 15. Are we actually... Wait, we have exact lethal, right? We have exact lethal. Never punished. Never punished. Woo! Okay, that oof. That was sketch. But we got there. We're saving that one just for my own personal benefit. Yeah, if Rush ever comes TCG, my bank account wouldn't be happy. Especially the rarity with extended artworks. Oh man, Overrush rares are so cool. Just looking phenomenal. This is my verdict. The immune to traps is the upside for maximum and the effect, but the crackback if your opponent has the out is huge. But it does allow for burst OTKs. Yes, I think I am inclined to agree with everything you just said. So maximums do require specific outs a lot of the time, but we've been given a lot of those specific outs very early. Like we got Talismanic Seal Array so early. Like this card is a late 7s card. Like it's not quite a Go Rush card, but it's a late 7s card. So the fact we've got it early is really big. Yeah, it gets a bit more variety when we get newer maximums, who like Harpies all have own effects, and even if not in maximum mode, yeah. But again, that won't really come into effect until we get the other Go Rush ones. We'll have to see if they come early as well. The Rush need more good traps. Yes. Tomato, hi. Tomato, show deck. Yeah, we can show you the deck. Just get into this game and then we'll pop it up on screen quick. There you go. This is what we're running at the moment. Got the 3 Overlord, 3 SRM, got Valk, 3 Torna, 3 Light, 3 left, 3 right, 3 Dealer, 2 copies of Sork, 2 Stream, 1 Reincarnation, 2 Seal Array, and a 1 Widespread. Meanwhile, our opponent playing caster machines and is playing Rhino? Because Rhino? Alright, we'll use this. Discard. Summon this out. Yes. Flip this up. Normal summon. We'll set. Go to battle. We will play around. So if it's barrier, one's wrong. If it's recital, the other one's wrong. I would rather protect this. If he's got barrier, I'd rather he uses it, to be honest. Just get rid of the barrier. If he's got widespread, it didn't matter anyway. The fusion... Is fusion the only extra mechanic in the paper game? Yes. Got a question, and you spoiler me if it's true. Is there someone in Go Rush playing Blaze Fiends later on? I mean, do you really want to know? Is the question. Okay, we want to leave our board open a little bit because we want to take some damage so we can crack back for the OTK. Tribute to the Doomed on Torna. And he discarded a tribute monster. That means his hand has got to be all bricked up, right? It's got 1 normal summon, nothing else. Yeah, okay. Okay, I respect it. Use it to umber it. Alright, activate the skill again. Set this. Yes, I would like to reduce the attack of this, please. We have TSA. Doesn't really accomplish anything. There's no reason to not do this now. Like a TSA, but it's not going to be lethal. We can go 4,800. So we know he's not playing... Because he's got Ace Breaker, we know he's not playing... thingy. He's not playing the same deck we are. I think we're going to set this. The extra... Like, we'll get in for the 1,000, but we don't think we need the extra 800. Watch the extra 800 matter. And we'll just pop this back. You kind of want to know? Okay, I will tell you that so far we have not seen Blaze Fiends in the anime. Not saying that they will not be in the anime eventually, just they're not in there right now. Okay, we get the Aim Eagle. Summon Aim Eagle. Well, now summon the Aim Eagle. Barrage of Steel, okay, that's fine. Hits our TSA. Summons out the Eagle. Eagle effect, cheat out. I mean, the worst it could be is a Barrel Dragon. Okay, that's fine. So we take 14 and then another 5. What? Why? What? 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 Why didn't he... Did he misclick? That almost felt like, right? And again, I know I've said this a couple times today already. But it almost felt like he was watching the stream, saw the hand that we drew was the maximum, and then quit. That's what it, like, again, that's not what happened. That's almost, there is a 0.1% chance that is what happened. But that's what it feels like, and I think that is so funny. Yeah, he misplaced the attack. That is almost certainly what happened. But, like, I would love it so much if he was actually watching the stream and just saw us open the maximum and was like, nah, I'm done. Alright. Let's see what our next opponent has for us. That's the first time, I think, actually, we've played against a machine player today. As in, you know, not playing Magnum Overlord the deck. Oh, it's Nail. Are we going to be on a Nail skill? We are on a Nail skill. So, probably Cyburst. Still, though, could be something like Hammer Crush Deal. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think there's a world in which we keep 2 Magnum Overlords in our hand. We'll just do this, and then we'll pass. And then we'll put this back on top. Also, welcome on in, Rank Referee. Good to see you. Alright, sets 3. Back to us. We have the Torna. I feel like it'd be a waste not to get a little bit aggressive, right? We can flip this up. We can use its effect. We don't really need this. It doesn't really do anything for us right now. That changes things a little bit. So I could get out the Torna. Thank you for the follow, lol. This Maximum Dex is bricky. It is. It is so bricky. There's no, like, good way to do this and get everything I want. So I think we are just going to hard tribute this out. So I want the spot free so that I can activate this skill. Discard this and get this out. Then I can flip this, activate its effect, discard this, flip this up, activate this effect, flip this up. Is this lethal? This is lethal if he hasn't got anything. It's kind of greedy, though, because this is our out to his max if he just drops the maximum next turn. It's lethal through anything that isn't widespread or... Let's go for it. Let's go for the lethal. Let's go for the lethal. Let's see what happens here. So we need you in graveyard. We want you, and you. Oh wait, no, this isn't lethal, is it? I'm just being an idiot. In my brain, I was like, yeah, this will just... Oh wait, no, this is 600. Yeah, this is exactly lethal if he's got nothing in the back row. Attack with this one first. He's just going to flip over widespread anyway. Yeah, because of course he is. We'll get him for 19. So now the ultimate punish is that he just slaps down the maximum and we don't draw the out to it because we've just got rid of one of our good outs to it. Once again, there we go. Let's get some Bayonetta in. It's me, KKKO. Well, welcome on your other account. Sometimes you just don't get punished. Sometimes you just go ham. You just don't care about widespread, and there's just no punish whatsoever. That's fine. Sad they aren't in the anime yet. As punishment, Konami has to give me them in the next box, plus a structure with a second maximum. I mean, we talked about this a little bit before, Corino, as in, like, Thursday or Tuesday or something. But I do think that they are a good candidate to come out earlier, because Blaze Fiends never really did a ton when they came out. So I think if they came out earlier in the timeline, suddenly they're poised to do a little bit better. So I think if we are going to bring another maximum into the future, I think that would be a good one. There we are on our COG rank up game, which means we are going to get absolutely destroyed here. Dealer draw. So we're probably against Harpies or Thunder. Right, we'll discard. We're going to get this out. Then I'm going to set, and then I'm going to pass. And we're going to leave 2 cards in our hand in case we're against Thunder, and I want the 7's Ray Magician for a proactive play next turn. Okay, he's got the Essel. So we are against Thunder. Okay, so this is pretty good because now he can't pierce over us. Which means we shouldn't just randomly die out of nowhere. Yeah, I think they didn't do much in the OCG, but I just love the idea of a mostly maximum deck and artworks. I mean, yeah. So in Duel Links, they maybe can do something, or at least I hope so. I mean, that's always the hope, right? I think they'll be better the earlier they come out. And but saying that, it's Duel Links, right? So if you just have a skill that makes them overpowered, it'll be fine anyway, right? Okay, so we could take 24 direct here, depending on what our opponent does. No, we're skipping this song. This one's way too long. Let's get some Cuphead. I think there are a lot of decks that I'd like to see come out in Duel Links and just kind of do really well. Like Dinosaurs is obviously going to be my main one. This is actually a really annoying hand, because we could just randomly die out of nowhere with this. There's like... I really wanted just all normal summoned monsters, but this spell card has really thrown a thorn in things. So, for him to get piercing, I need to have no cards in my hand. So as long as I keep one card in hand, I think I should be fine. So then it's the direct hit we have to worry about. And then it also comes down to, does he just have Tribute to the Doomed again? Either way, we activate this. The question is, are we going to flip this up or not? I think flipping this up is so risky for not much gain. So I think we are actually just going to sit on it. We're going all in on the Magnum Overlord here. Hey, Hunter. Yeah, dinosaurs are interesting. Let's see what direction they were going. Duel Links, with the first few being ranked reward. Yeah, it's going to be so weird. Dinosaurs, clearly there's someone on the Rush Duel team that really likes dinosaurs because they get a max and a fusion. Whoa, a Sunday stream. Hey, I see. Tell what, we do have this command. So if I remember how to do it. I think it's this one. Bam! There's the IC. On the YouTube and the Twitch. Since you shout me out like every single time I shout out in your stream, I should return the love. Alright. Ideally, our opponent doesn't just drop down the old Tribute to the Doomed, and we don't just die exactly the same way we lost to the last Thunder deck we played against. How the duels going today? The duels are going pretty good, all things considered. Goes to the Blast Jaws. So he's just emptying the hand at the moment. Okay. This is actually our COG rank up game. So we'll see if we can win or not. Okay, he's boosting that. So he wants that 25 direct attack. That 28 direct attack. No! Why? No, not again! This is how we lost last time to this deck! Oh, that sucks, bro. Oh, for Christ's sake. We literally played around everything except Tribute to the Doomed, and it's the same way we lost last time. So, it was greedy to not set the green, but if we don't assemble the maximum in the next turn, we lose anyway. So, like, it was the greedy play, but it was still the correct play, right? Like, we can't just predict he's going to draw the one-off. Feels good. Ah, that's our win streak dead, which is a bit of a shame. Ah, we were on a tear as well. I think the chances of us getting the middle piece is reasonably high there, right? We got all three left in deck. We just needed to... It was literally the only card that killed us was Tribute to the Doomed. And it's the same way we lost last time. But it's fun. I wasn't actually expecting to even get to a COG rank up game with this deck, because this deck is not it, right? This is realistically not going to be a really, really strong deck going forward. I think, again, when it wins, it looks really impressive. But when it loses, it looks extremely middling. Okay, we can just set everything, put this back on top, and pass back. God, Icy comes in, and suddenly he's, it's the Icy stream. Will you play on Grand Harrier's tournament, if I recall today? So, I actually have an annoying, like, clash of schedule today, which I do actually have something I have to do at 7 p.m, which, for me, Grand tournament starts at 7 p.m. I will, however, try and do both at the same time, but my focus is going to be split. Realistically, I'm not planning to do very well, so we'll just have to see how it goes, but like we say, I'm not expecting anything good to come from that. Again, I don't know what I'm against, which makes me not want to go, like, hyper-aggressive, but I think we're just going to do it anyway. Right. Maximum Overload skill. Get that out, we'll get this out. We'll weaken this. Flip this up. Change. Summon. We'll set. Set. Go to battle. It doesn't really matter what we attack with in what order here. Okay, barrier does nothing here, but that's fine. And we'll get him for the 19. Alright, so again, the punish is he hard draws the maximum. Because again, we still don't know what deck he's on, right? He's playing a 40-card deck. He could be on Magnum Overlord. He could be on SAR. I have no way to tell at the moment. No rip. Yeah, it's a shame that we lost that one, but it is what it is, right? Oh yeah, that's also something I'd be interested in. Where do we participate in rush tournaments and stuff like that? So, there is a tournament on today. The easiest way to see it is to go into my Discord, but if not, I can post the link in chat in a minute. But it's Grand Harrier's tournament. How are we playing this? We're always using this. We could tribute 2. There's not really a reason to. Like, it's an extra 400 damage. We want to use that anyway. We're not going to be discarding. So I could tribute both of these. Summon, summon. Then I can't use that. That doesn't really get us anything anyway. We need cards in the graveyard, so we will do this. So we're going to tribute 2. Summon out the boy. Actually, this does work better because it's an extra weaken. So we'll activate the skill. Send this. Get this out. Yes. Weaken this. Flip this up. Activate TSA. 1, 2. Put all those back. Weaken this. Stream. Pop this. Go to battle, swing. Has the widespread. Get him for the 19. Alright, back on top. I got sacked so hard by this deck yesterday. His Magnum went up by up to 8,900. Yeah, we haven't really had... Like, we've gotten all the way up to, you know, Gold 5 and we were almost cogged. But we haven't been having many good, like, big maximum turns, right? Like, for the most part, we're winning... We're winning based on the rest of the deck. We're just beating down with Seven's Road for the most part. So yeah, there is a Rush tournament on today. Grand Prix. Rush Duel Grand Prix. Grand Harry's tournament. Anyone is interested in participating. It's another Gavin and another person on... What are they called? Architect skills? Artifact skills? I can't even remember what they're called. Okay, so we're playing Harpies. Alright. Light Sorcerer of Sanctity is pretty good. I mean, we're against Harpies, so I guess we just play aggressive, right? So we'll summon. Summon. Activate the effects. Weaken this. We'll drop the stream. Pop this. Always get the one next to the deck. It's almost always the right choice. Set. Battle phase. Right, let's get him for the damage first. And then we'll see if he's got a barrier to protect us. She does not. We'll just pass on that. Okay. So far, things looking pretty good for us. Got the Harpy Lady. Got out the Trick Pigeon. And a Faith Bird. Tributes 2 for Dragon. Okay, that's 23. Scyther was using this the other night. Took him 3 rank up matches from Gold 7 to get Cog. Hey, well. Oh, my poor guys. Took a lot of damage there, but... Wait a minute. How close are we? We're pretty close. The back row shouldn't be able to stop us. I mean, you know we go for it, right? We always go for it. The question is, do we go for the draw or do we go for the extra... I guess it's 600, so we will do this. We will activate the effect of Light Sorcerer of Sanctity. Then we're going to normal out the boy for maximum summoning. Come forth, Swagnum Overlord! Out he comes. The one, the only. We'll go ahead and activate the effect. Why can't I... Is there a restriction on this effect? I need a card in my hand. That's pretty bad. We forgot we needed a card in our hand. But it's fine. Don't worry. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Unfortunately, we don't get to end the game. Cat Pigeons is fine. Ah, we had it. All we needed to do was not summon. Been learning Fire Golem hurts. What's your favourite deck in the new format so far? It's a weird one. I don't actually know. I think Swagnum Overlord is really fun when it works, but it doesn't work enough for it to be, like, actually good and fun. I think we might just die here, right? I think we are literally just dead. Yeah, we had lethal, we threw it, but that's fine. I think Yggdrago and the Cyburst stuff is really cool, but there's no way to play Cyburst without forcing the max, and that feels kind of gross. Because you can 600 life to use the effect, increase the difference in life points for the Swagnum boss. Well, what it was we didn't need to summon the Mystic Dealer. We could have just had this left in hand. But the reason we summoned it was to make sure we had 4 engraved for Seal Array. That was the logic. We just completely forgot that blue requires a discard because it doesn't come up very often. I mean, yeah, he is lethal on board. We'll just fast forward through this. Right. Note to self. Keep a card in our hand. This actually came up earlier, and we forgot to keep a card in hand then as well. But this is just something we just need to, like, get ingrained into our brain. Harpies feels like the best deck to play overall. They almost never brick, and the skill gives advantage. Yes, the Harpy skill is really good, right? Like, it is really strong. And the Harpy cards in general are pretty strong. I feel like Harpies are the best, like, down-to-the-ground deck. I think they feel a little bit better than the Thunders. How goes the grind? The grind's going pretty good, Alex. We were 1 win away from COG with this deck, but unfortunately, we lost to a Thunder player the same way we lost to the last Thunder player, which was they opened Legend cards. Which, again, we can't do anything about it, right? He had 20 cards left in his deck, but he had the Tribute to the Doomed. We can't do much about it. I agree, Harpies are tier 1. I don't know about Harpies being tier 1. Maybe. It's a weird... The thing is, we've only had one, like, big tournament so far. Big tournament. And in that, Harpies were nowhere, right? They didn't top, they didn't do very much at all. So, like, it's weird. It's hard to know exactly. Wait, we'll just summon this, right? We'll drop the stream. Pop that. Oh, getting rid of that is huge. Right, this is probably Harpies then, or it could be Thunder. Okay, it's Thunder. Why are we on Pluggy Fish in Thunder? We do not need that card in here. Okay, let's see what he's got. We have got the Widespread. He might have the Trailblazing Thunderbolt, whatever the new English version of it's called. It's Pluggy Fish. Ah, of course he's got it. Boo. Now he's going to tribute both, summon out a Stormbolt, use Stormbolt, get out a card from the graveyard, bring that back. Okay. Not quite as high roll. Harpies are tier 1 ladder match-wise. It depends what we're talking about, right? Like, by saying tier 1 ladder match, does that mean you're saying it's better in random one-offs where you don't have to win several games in a row, or it's worse in random one-offs because in a tournament you'd play a best of 3? Like, it's a weird, like, comparison of the two, like, tournaments versus ladder. Well, we have our maximum. Right, let's do some maths. If we summon our max, it's 3,500. If we discard a card, we have to remember that, we can boost it up by a further 3,200, putting it to 7,200. Then we can gain an extra 14. So that should just be lethal. Come forth, Swagnum Overlord! Then we activate its effect. And then we activate its other effect. Big Bungus Boost Attack! Smack! Well, that was nice. It's always nice when you just get to just casually drop the maximum turn 2. You know that's a save angle. That might actually be the first Thunder deck we beat today. Yeah, because no side decking. This guy maximum summon turn 1, and now he will loss it. I mean, probably, yeah. Realistically, we're going to now be on a downward spiral where we never get to maximum summon for the next 30 games. Player from the US of A playing Roa. We haven't actually played against a ton of Royal Rebels today. I'm wondering if all the Rebel players have already maxed. That's not a good hand. Okay, so we are against the Rebels for shoresies. I mean, it's almost guaranteed when you see this skill icon, but it could have been Hammer Crush deal. Go for the discard draw. Set a pair? Okay, there we go. 3 back row, okay. I mean... we gotta go for it, right? Let's get out Magician. Weaken this. Flip this up. I guess we'll normal and just get rid of it. Activate the effect. Set. Go to battle. There's no reason to not attack with this. If he's got the widespread, he's got the widespread. He'd stop us either way. And then 1200 is usually the biggest butt they run. Was the curry bot. Okay. So it could have also been the 1400 goat. Which I do think it is correct to play goat, but... Never mind invasion, don't out it. I mean, invasion doesn't, but... The heavy metal sure does. My man has seen all 3 of his kobolds. Genie's fire breath? Rude. What? Okay, so he still hasn't drawn any of his big boys just yet. Okay, we will... Is there any reason? We could discard that to draw. Getting the extra 300 doesn't matter. So I think we will start with Mystic Dealer. That's nowhere near lethal, right? I could get this guy down to... I can't get it down anything anymore. If I would just have to hard summon as a 35, gain 600. And that is 41, which is not enough to kill. I think we sit on it, right? I think we hard sit on it. I don't know, actually. 44. I could get him... Oh, no. We can't. We can't do that. So we will activate the skill. Oh, why did I activate the skill? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. I got to, like, second guess myself constantly here. Flip this up. Activate. That's an annoying get rid of, but that's fine. Right. Has he got it? Did he draw it last turn? He's got the barrier. Okay, that's fine. Can't use Talisman. So we could use Talisman. But if we were to use Talisman, we could only weaken it by 600. And because he still had back row, we couldn't guarantee kill over any back row. And because he had barrier, he could have stopped it. And the worst thing we can do is summon out our max and not have it as a follow-up for when he summons out his heavy metal. Because if he just heavy metals our max, we are basically boned. Right, so now we need to find... Well, we have Monster Incarnation, so we have game. We don't even need to use Monster Incarnation. Okay. We need to keep a card in hand is the issue. I know we don't. We don't have to worry about that, right? So we'll tribute, summon this, activate the effect, discard, flip this up. Then we're just gonna maximum, right? Because it's the funnier play. There's no way we... Oh, there is a play that we lose. He needs to have a level 1 normal in the grave, which he doesn't. So yeah, there's nothing he should be able to do. Okay, and that's how you beat the rebels. They just don't draw their boss monsters, right? That's the easiest way to beat them. Take notes. W. Psh. A Dwan in with the 3 stream streak. That's basically a maximum summon. I'm looking forward to playing the other decks, though. Like, I'm enjoying playing this deck. But, like, the main problem I have with this deck, and in a sense, it's the same problem I have with the Cyberse, is the skills are so restrictive. There's not really much decision-making to make. It's kind of, this is what the deck looks like, and you can change a couple of cards around. So, like, I can't even, like, fully customize this deck in a very interesting or meaningful way. It's basically always just going to be what it is. Well, that's a hand. Out you come. Set, and Passerino. Put this back. What was their deck? Maybe they were playing bad ratios. We can have a look in a minute. You planning on doing more Sunday streams? Probably not on the regular, because sometimes I am quite busy on Sundays. It depends on the week. Oh, my widespread. But it depends how things are going, I guess. All right. Okay, so this is SAR, which means that getting hit is even worse. He does discard the shield and sword. So we're taking like half our life here, which is not ideal. It's not necessarily catastrophic, but it's pretty bad. Like, we want our life points to be low. Alright. We discard and we always summon. Question is, do we... Let's get aggressive. I'm like, it's boring to not get aggressive, right? Let's do the fun play rather than the maybe sensible play. Let's weaken that. Slam into that. Slam into that. Slam into that. And now this was terrible, right? What we should have done is set all these in defense, basically. Because all he needs is any level 7 or any level 6. Summon, tribute, get it out. Use the skill, grab 7's Rogue Magician. There we go. This is now lethal. We have lost the game. But this was the more fun play. And I stand by that. Like, what's the point in sitting here cowering in defense mode? And I think that's one of the things I don't like about maximum decks, is it feels like Konami want you to be a little bitch about it and just sit with everything in defense mode. And that's so boring. Are these rush tournaments regular thing? It's nice to see some. Yeah, generally, yeah. They're every week usually, but they can be every other week depending. I would like it if skills in rush and speed did drop a bit in power level and allowed for more flexibility. Yeah, I think sometimes as well, they're overly restrictive for, like, not much gain. It's like, I look at the Volt Condor skill, and I'm like, does it matter if you could play any card in this deck? It's still going to be shit, right? Because you've still got to play Volt Condor. So it's like, why have you put heavy restrictions on it when it's really bad anyway? Or like Ridacross. Ridacross shouldn't have any restrictions on it. Alright, let's see what our opponent has for us now. Alright. Talisman Auxiliary. Not crazy good right now. We still don't really know what we're against. But either way, we want to get the SRM out of the hand. Then we'll flip. I guess we will just summon and then tribute. Then I think we're just going to discard the Talisman Auxiliary. Like, it's so early in the game that it's not really doing much for me. Okay, we're against Harpies. That's good to know. I guess we'll go for this. If it's widespread, it's widespread. Like, we're not going to just not attack. Which means that's probably then the Battle Trap that reduces based on level. Yeah, that structure deck thing sure was something. Maybe worth it after fusions. Again, it's going to get power crept so hard. It needs to come out as like the first fusion monster. Otherwise, it's still going to do nothing. Like, it needs to come out, like, so early. As soon as we get something like, Seven's Paladin, or what it's called, Seven's the Magical Knight, whatever he's called, the Seven's Road one, that just immediately dwarfs it. Okay, so this outs our board, which is fine. We never made this board expecting it to be unoutable. Unfortunately, it's the curse of the spellcasters. We are always outable. Hysteric Force. We get slapped. And we get slapped. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. 2 back row. We know one of them is the battle trap. We have to play around that. So we'll go maximum overload. Discard again. Summon this again. Yes, I would like to weaken. We're going to go ahead and weaken Sisters. Flip over SRM. I could force out the battle trap. Would I rather do that? I think I would. It's tricky. Because leaving a 0 defense monster also kind of sucks. Now we're going to summon. We're going to summon Dealer. We're going to go ahead and use Dealer effect. Okay, that's pretty good here. Okay, if we attack here, we'll lose 700, which is fine. So we'll attack here. Wait, why did we want to do it this way around? We should have done it the other way around. We should have weakened this one. Oh, we had the widespread anyway, so it did not matter. In which case, did anything we did matter at all? He's going to go up to 31. Attack over for 21. Then we take another 21. And that will just be lethal. But we do have the widespread to protect. He does not have the one that protects from trap cards yet. So he had to have top decked it. He did not. Goes for the Force. So we're actually in an okay position here. It comes down to what we draw. Alright, Widespread Ruin. We will pop this one. We get slapped for 16. We get slapped for 21. We know we have middle piece on top of our deck, so now we just need to find green in 3 cards. Okay. What are our options? We could just summon, discard, draw. Or we discard to get this out, use its effect, attack over. Realistically, he has so many ways he could just kill us, so I think we actually have to risk it all for the green. If he gets any kind of piercing, we just die anyway. The chances of us getting it is what? It's 1 in 5. So 1 in 5 chance. That's 20%. 20% chance to see what we need to win the game. If he's running Pierce, we die next turn anyway. If we summon anything and attack, we die next turn anyway. So the only other option we really have is to set 2, use the skill, discard, set this, and hope. And then in that case, we lose to Pierce, we lose to Stop Defense, we lose to Tribute to the Doomed. Right, let's risk it. Let's risk it for the biscuit. We basically have to see the green robot. Damn. That's fine. Unfortunately, that's going to be the game, right? Because we don't have a backup strategy to save us. We have to tribute over this. And then hope he just doesn't have anything. Alright. We'll go for the backup play. But again, it's not going to work. So the only other thing we can do is take back Torna. We get Torna, we can change the battle position of one, attack over the other. But then we'd have to use the skill, which is just not going to work. No, I think there's no way to win from this position. Where was my green boy? I just needed my green boy. Yeah, SRM is death. Torna is death. So I'd have to tribute. Then I'd only have that and that. Yeah, there is no combination of cards here that does it. Alas. Right, we'll grab this. Activate the skill. Discard. Summon. Flip this up. Activate the effect. Discard. Change this to defense. Go to back. We even know what his back row is. We know it's the combat trap. So this just dies anyway, and then we die to the following attack. Yeah, we know we're dead. Feels bad. Again, we only had the 20% chance. So again, we could have gone for the defensive play, but if we do that defensive play, again, Pierce, Stop Defense, or Tribute to the Doomed, all just kill us. So like, the issue is the decks aren't standardized enough yet because we're still so early to know exactly what your opponent's playing. But any Harpy player worth a damn should be playing Pierce, right? And most of them should probably be playing Tribute to the Doomed or Reincarnation. So, like, it's tricky. Just because he should be playing Pierce doesn't mean he is playing Pierce, right? And that's where it gets awkward. Alright. Not the strongest open, but this is actually quite a common open for us, I found. So we're probably against either Harpies or Thunders. Okay, it's Thunders. Does get maximum value with the Pierce, but we do have Widespread, and there's no reason to not use it here. Okay. And a back row. Ooh, cheeky. Right, we're not letting you do that. No. Go away. There goes the Torna. This is awkward. We can't out 1200. I guess we can, but only by using this. So we will do this. Come forth. Weaken this. Flip this up. We'll flip over the stream. Pop the back row. Set. Thank God that's gone. Thank God. Alright, what's in our graveyard right now? We have green. So I could just summon this green. Aha! Go, tiny robot! Then we'll punch him for 1,000. Then we'll just pass. And we'll take this back. Again, we kind of want to take some damage. Like, we don't want to be the aggressor most of the time. We can't out-hit Tatsumi Giant. But we did! Alright, here comes the Duckbill. So he gives up a card from his hand, takes back his Trigger Drago, which again is fine. Again, we want to take some damage. Especially since we are one piece away, right? We've got one piece in hand, one piece on top, so we have 3 chances to find the middle piece of our maximum. Oh, Stormbolt. He's going to do a big play. Lightning Trigger. Wait, are you not gonna... You put it back in your hand even though you're not going to use it? Bro, what are you doing? Okay, no max. But that's fine. We'll go ahead and activate Maximum Overload. Grab this out. Then we'll weaken. We're going to out that either way, right? Just double check our graveyard has enough types in it. Yeah, wind, water, dark, we're fine. So we're going to lower this one's attack. We'll flip this up. Flip over Magical Stream. Pop this. Yeah, you thought they'd use that on me? No siree. We'll summon... I'll be summoning this. If we activate this, we can reduce his attack by a further 14, put it down to 1,000. That's 1,700. I don't know how much attack we're actually going to hit here. I guess we'll activate this now. So he would be at 17. We can make a grand total of 55. 55 minus 17 is 38. So he cannot kill. So I guess I just set this. And then we just clear over. And then I would like my blue boy back on top, please. And keeping a card in hand does mean... Our music is really struggling today. Keeping a card in hand means he cannot pierce over us. Okay, gives up a card again. So we know his hand has 2 high levels in it. So he's going to do a normal summon. He's going to tribute both for boat. Then he's going to use the effect to bring back a card. Does he have another normal, is the question. He does. Now he's going to tribute both again. Summon that Trigger Drago. Oh, is he not? This is more damage. And more attacks. I have a card in my hand, so he can't pierce over me. Just goes for the trigger. Weakens that down. That's 1,000 there and a crash. I don't know why you wouldn't weaken here. I guess it's more of a weaken there, but... Oh, yeah, because you do that. That's me being stupid. That's just me being an idiot, but we're fine. Alright. We draw. And that's all it takes. We just hard draw the boy. Maximum summon! Out you come. Activate the effect. Discard a card. Activate the effect. So if I use this... We're going to do this anyway because it's funny. And there it is. The maximum summon. That's skillful play. Just draw it. I mean, so you're not wrong, right? But we did keep one in hand. We did stack one to the top of our deck. So we only needed to find one piece that we had 3 copies of in our deck. So, like, I get what you're saying. At the same time, we stacked the odds in our favor as much as we possibly could have. It's not like we drew all 3 pieces, you know. No, just a non-starter. Right, let's see what our next opponent is going to be on. Okay, so our opponent is playing probably Thunder or Harpies. Let's see what they've got for us. Gets out the trick. Summons out the face, so we know we're against Harpies. Summons out the R. R does literally nothing against us, so we're fine with that. Summons out the Torna. Okay. Okay, I respect it. That is not the play, right? Surely the play is not shotgun the maximum right now. What is our alternate play, though? Like, I still do not accept that it is shotgun the maximum, so we are going to activate the effect. We're going to send that, get this out. Then we're going to weaken... Does it matter? It might. I think they both kind of out us either way, so I think we are just going to weaken this one. And we'll set. We'll tribute over. We'll flip this up. Activate its effect. Oh, double green to grave kind of sucks. Alright, let's see if he has anything for this. If he just has widespread, then of course it's widespread. Okay, again, we need to take some damage, so that's fine. We'll put green back on top just because the odds of seeing it are so low. Because having 2 in graveyard. So we're in the same situation, where if we take some damage here, but we don't die, we are kind of fine. But we need to find that last piece of Swagnum Overlord again. The issue is finding the pieces too quickly is really bad because it kind of bricks you up and messes up the following turns. Because, like, we could slap it down, but then, like, how do we win? We don't do enough damage to kill, and then our opponent just puts everything sideways till he draws the out. Alright, here's Cyber Tech. So we're not dead on board. How much are we taking here? We're taking 9. Okay, we're still taking 9. Plus... Okay, we'll go for the Hysteric Force. That's also fine. So again, if we only have 2 pieces left in the deck for the middle piece. So we would have to sack our opponent to just win the duel right now. It's so weird how, again, we got lucky to see all of our max, but it was actually not lucky. It was actually terrible luck. Now we need to get lucky to win by just drawing the middle piece. Or we could draw that, which is just as good. Ah, sometimes you're just the better player, right? Sometimes you're just... You just want it more. You're just stronger overall. You're better looking. You're more intelligent. You're just maximum Shokan. It just comes out. Welcome to the board, my friend. We'll go ahead. We'll use the effect. We'll discard. We'll go ahead. We'll use the other effect. We'll target the level 6. We'll go to battle with our 9,500 attack monster, and we will just ram into Torna and completely destroy our opponent. And that is all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. That is all it takes. I hope everyone enjoyed that game, because that was going to be our last. And what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid into everyone's favourite duelist, Icy Gamer, because our boy is streaming and we always support our boys. And it's very rare that we get to raid into someone we actually know. So we are going to take this opportunity. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a really, really fun time. We're going to be playing more of these decks on Tuesday. So if you want to come back to see another stream, it will be on Tuesday. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Defense is gonna be a yo. Huge shout out to Tomato. Yo, wait, look at that.